Peace, everybody. Glad to have y'all come and see. Come to the stream. Got some things to unpack. I don't know if AJ Pack's gonna be here. Leafy, he said he's a little sick, so he's not. He might not be here. Um, if I got to do it by myself, I'll do it by myself. But I got things to unpack. It's like weird. It's like conspiracy stuff, kind of. Give me a second. Let me set up this. I don't know why my yeah, I don't know why oh, there we go. I don't know why something is wrong with my on YouTube. Something is wrong. Give me a second, y'all. This is weird. My chat is not set up on YouTube. There a way to fix it? It's always something. Every week is always something. No, I'm saying my yeah. I just hope that YouTube don't kick off. It's, I don't know. It's just weird. Long as y'all can hear me, I'm y'all can hear me. Come on over to the Oh, there we go. That must be AJ Pax. Let me see. Oh, it's Pat. Sup, Pat?
What's good, man?
Not much. Trying to set up for YouTube too, and it's acting up.
Damn. Me on my end, I'm just backing up my phone and stuff that I did in Chat GBC onto my external hard drive right now because I just want to make sure I get everything backed up. You feel me? Because I remember back when I had my studio, I had a lot of songs, and then I lost all of them when Hurricane Katrina hit.
Oh yeah.
That was the sad part. That was the really really sad part right there. 4 albums done, and you know all went to waste because I knew no better at the time.
Yo, you heard that the Saudis bought EA?
Oh damn, they did.
Yeah.
The
They
Saudis
making
bought
them
EA.
go they trying to make them go private or something like that. Yo, I'm like it's a lot of conspiracies now
Oh damn,
because
that's news to me, man. Fuck.
yeah, I don't know if the guy Turkey, I don't know if he bought them or what. If he
If
bought them, he's trying to make his own game. So he gonna EA Fight Night. He gonna push that.
Yeah. If the EA does come out with another fight night, they have no more excuses. They have to do our entire wishes.
Yeah, because you got trillionaires. And Saudis got mad money, so they could do whatever they want.
Exactly, especially because they're like one of the highest um countries with the most production in oil, along with
Yeah,
Venezuela.
yeah.
So makes sense.
I said, Dad, they buying up everything.
Yeah, they
I
mind.
just wish that I just wish they would have helped undisputed out.
But then again, I felt like um EA sent Ragzilla into
Yeah,
XY to
man.
ruin it, just like Vince McMahon sent Hulk Hogan and Eric Bischoff to ruin TNA. That it's the Trojan horse.
Yeah. No matter what nobody says, that's exactly what happened to. That's what I think. Because they got too many people from EA working on the staff.
Yeah,
I'm like, yo, get some of them 2K people and some of them other people that's out there looking for jobs.
exactly. Yo, I was looking at this game on Bloody Knuckles on YouTube the other day. That shit's starting to look nice.
Everybody's saying that it's like he's starting to get that traction that he wanted. Everybody talking good about it.
Yeah, man. Like, there's even like how the way the inside game looks. It looks pretty freaking nice. Like how the way they block off with the arms and start throwing punches like that, like how Crawford did in the Canelo fight. It's actually implemented in that game right there.
Yeah, he doing a lot of stuff that Steel City saying they can't do, but he's doing it.
Exactly. He's
The
a one
only
man.
kinds of help with Steel City, he doesn't have like an online game.
Yeah. But even one thing about Undisputed, because I only play with nothing but my created characters. Sometimes it lags with fighting with my created characters.
Yeah, offline it shouldn't be doing all that stuff that everybody complaining about. It shouldn't happen offline.
Yeah, man. I just wish freaking they separate punch styles different from the stances and footwork styles different from like the stances as well. It's like I don't like the idea that they merged punch style with the stances, and they should allow you to choose your own taunt in the character creation slot because they have it set up like UFC, but only the one in the left button, the left D-pad button is the only one that works for taunt, and the other ones they don't really work for taunt. It's only like the loose footwork, um, the low blow, and freaking what's the other one? Fuck, what's the other one?
Yeah, I hate that. The owner and I know a lot of this stuff. He's trying to take say that it's him, but it's not him. It's not him because he got everybody with the loose foot movement, and that's not realistic. You ain't see no what's that Rocky Marciano moving around the ring like Ali.
Exactly. It
I'm
only
like,
should apply with people like that actually done it, like an Ali, like a Holmes, like a Tony Tucker,
yeah,
and like a
they
Tim
had it like that in the early builds of the game.
and like Johnny Nelson. And Johnny Nelson's style's not even on point in that game neither. And he's in the game, but I remember there was videos before the demo even came out that he was fighting Joe Joyce because I felt like they did have him at heavyweight, but
Oh
never
yeah,
inducted him in heavyweight. But they definitely need to remove Rocky Marciano out of cruiserweight because he never fought cruiserweight a day in his life.
no, you know why they did it like that? Because they was making it the way like the weight classes back then are different from the weight classes now. Technically, Rocky Marciano would have been a cruiserweight back in the days.
Like you mean nowadays, but back in the
Yeah,
days
yeah,
that
he'd be
didn't
a
exist
cruiserweight.
because cruiserweight did come about in the late '70s.
I think it was in that. No, cruiserweight came in like the 80s.
Now like late '70, like '78, '79, because
Oh, okay, okay,
Marvin Campbell was the first ever champ.
yeah. Yeah, they tried. See, that's what I was talking about in the beginning. They was trying to make it realistic, and then somebody came into our asked that that it's not gonna work, and I know what it was. And they keep. And my thing is, the casual fans don't stay that long.
They
Because
don't.
casual fans, their attention span goes to another game. Now you got the hardcore fans; they stay the longest, but they got a game that they don't want.
Exactly.
Like they're about to do this DLC. I don't think it's gonna do that well because it's too many things broken in this game.
Exactly. It's a lot of things broken with that game, and yeah, and it's just
Everybody calling it a money grab. I used to say no, it ain't no money grab, but it's starting to look more and more
it
like a
is a
money
money
grab.
grab because I feel like ever since the microtransaction era of gaming came about, it's like a lot of these gaming companies don't have enough drive to be able to produce a modern day classic. They rely totally on DLC.
Yeah. And with them in the early part, I would have been like, "Oh, they're indie company. They can't pay boxes and stuff." I would have went with that. But now they're like being ridiculous.
Exactly. And especially when they have Macho Camacho in the game and he doesn't even fight like him in the game.
Exactly.
And not Tarver don't even fight like Tarver in the game neither.
Nope.
A
That
lot of
thing.
those guys don't fight like each other in the game.
But they want you to pay for them.
Yeah, that's fucking racist, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's crazy. More, they want you to pay for a boxer that's not unique. Now,
And
the what's what's his name? The drunken monk, Emmanuel Augustus. Now
yeah,
he looks similar to himself.
yeah, he said it to himself, but I would have liked to see if they would have had the double punch, you know,
Yeah, a
because
lot
he
of people
does,
were saying
and his movement is great. It's better than the one that's on Fight Night Champion because on one Fight Night Champion it was Brizzle that did his stance.
yeah, I be telling people they don't believe that. I remember when he told us.
You know what I think in my head what had happened like when you guys went for the round four community event that he was doing the mocap for Emmanuel Augustus in front of y'all and y'all was looking at him like crazy. That's what I think. That's what I think how it happened. But
Yeah,
it was cool that we actually did have Brizzle and Mike Mahar on the show that one time.
yeah. I was like happy because they showed that they was part of the community.
Exactly.
Like because they used to let me have freedom to do certain things. That's what I be telling people. They be thinking that I was just a regular moderator. No, I was more than that.
Nah, you was
Cause
more than that. You was actually bringing fighters into the game. Only people that
yeah,
I know that was bringing fighters into the game that I know of, from my knowledge, is you and Country Boy
yeah,
because you guys had to connect to a lot of fighters.
yeah. Cause I was up there. I was like contacting managers and everything. I remember when Shay Mosley wanted to be in the game, and then they didn't add him, and I'm like, that was a stupid move.
Or Undisputed.
No, he wanted to be in EA round 4.
I think he was in round four and champions. He wasn't in round three. That I do remember.
Oh, they had Shane Mosley in there.
They didn't have him in round three. They had him in round two and in Fight Night 2004, and I think they put him in round four in Champions, but he was not
Mm,
in round three.
yeah, I don't
That I
remember that.
remember because I used to play round three religiously back in the days. Because what I loved
Yeah.
about round three is that you could load like different profiles, and you could have like at least 12 slots of created characters. So you
Oh
load four
yeah.
profiles. So you're gonna have a lot of characters in the league. But I would love
What I
something
like,
like that to come back, but for 100 slots each.
yeah, but you know what I used to like about it? I used to like about round three is that you can create characters and they're integrated into the
Story
career
mode.
mode. Yeah.
Yes.
I'm like, oh, okay, I like this. I think that's one of the only things I liked about it.
Yeah. But round three could have been the game if they would have took their time with it. But they
Yeah,
rushed the game because they was trying to put something out for Xbox 360 at the time. They should have
yeah.
taken their
But they
time
had
with it.
the freeze frame when you block a punch. I say, that jump was annoying.
Even when you throw that stupid ass on haymakers, I couldn't fucking stand much. The
Yeah,
stupid ass haymakers. Those
yeah,
things move slow like molasses too. I didn't like when the moment they introduced some haymakers in round two. It kind of defeat the purpose of the game to me.
yeah,
Like you can't even box. It's just haymaker, haymaker, haymaker. It's like fuck, man. That's it. But the only thing that was good about Fight Night 2004 through round three is that cornerman game.
oh yeah. A lot of people like that.
Me, I love that shit a lot. Like when I play online and people want to look at corners, I'm like, dude, we don't even have the cornerman fucking game like in round three. Cut through that shit. I ain't trying to freaking look at freaking crap, you know? I just want to freaking get on with the fight. But that round three would have been the game if they would have taken their time with it,
Yeah,
honestly.
I think so too.
And if they would have removed that stupid ass shit with clothes making you the better fighter, like freaking you have
Oh
to have
yeah,
these pink gloves and it gives you 50% speed or power, or you have to wear these tacky yellow polka dotted green and purple freaking shorts to get 100 freaking stamina or some shit like that. I'm like, bro, that shit's whack. Clothes doesn't make you a better
yeah,
fighter.
yeah. That was crazy because people was up there. Every time I talk about gear and stuff, they be like, "No, nobody don't want special gear and stuff like that." And I was telling them like Red's gloves. I said it should with the gloves. There should be a little extra because Red's gloves they're knockout gloves, so you should get like a 2 or 3 point added to your punch
Yeah,
because
me
Red,
personally,
no,
I wouldn't want that. Just
you won't want it.
nah.
I take it offline, but not online because that's why a lot of people used to use them. The Reds gloves they were like more of a puncher's glove. And the other gloves they were more like boxer gloves. People like Floyd Mayweather, his hands real brittle. Wonder what happened to my calls. He was typing and then he stopped. Um, one of my calls. I don't know why I said my calls. It's one of them. Um,
You talking about the dude from
yeah,
Canada?
yeah. And the young kid that he be on the
Leafy.
show with me, he's sick, Leafy. Yeah.
I hope that
Um,
gets better, man.
yeah. Yeah, shout out to Leafy. Leafy, get better.
For
Yeah,
reals.
I did a survey, but I'm trying to get Still City to do it because not that many people going. Oh, he said he taking a break today. My other co-host, the one from Canada. All right, yeah, yeah, I put out the survey, but I want Steel City to put out one, but they're not, because if they put out one, it's gonna prove that everything that they're saying is a lie. Because they keep saying that the casual fans are the ones that like make the game, last. They're the fan base. Casual fans don't stay that long.
Hello?
And yeah, who this?
That's me, Papi.
Oh, what happened? Why your phone changed?
My phone. There was a phone call coming in, and I had to swipe up.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out why they scared of these surveys.
For real.
Because you get a survey, the survey will tell you everything that you want. And whoever listen, do the survey. I'm gonna post it on my Twitter. I posted on my Reddit, and I posted on my Facebook, and I actually posted on my TikTok too. So do the um do the survey, because if we make this go viral or make it a movement, you listening to the show on something, because you can hear it chirping.
Yeah, I'm here on the show still.
Yeah, because it's chirping while I'm talking.
Damn.
Yeah, yeah, we let Steel City know that what we want with the survey. They have no choice but to listen to what the fans say, but they're scared of that, especially if the investors and the publishers see it. But I think the investors and the publishers really don't care. It's about them getting money. Yeah, I was like, because I wrote I'm keep trying to support this the survey. I'm keep putting it on every site, and only got 16 responses so far. But if this was done by Still City, it'd have over 1,000 responses.
And they won't even put things that matter.
Yeah. And then I heard that they could finesse the survey if they want to. Because they if they make the survey, they say it in a way that they want the fans to say what they want them to say. So it gotta be an independent person that does the survey, not them.
Exactly.
Because I think EA used to finesse them surveys they used to give. Because EA used to do a lot of surveys. Then they stopped
Yeah, of
because
course they stopped.
they know they had to do what we wanted them to do. Because they was trying to make us hoping that we agree with what they were doing, but a lot of us wasn't.
For real. EA's since EA got bought out by the Saudis, then what would happen to like their studios over there? Because EA has been a dying franchise for quite some time.
Yeah, because remember back then we thought they wasn't gonna last that long. We said, "Yo, they about to die out."
Yeah.
Because I think because they was looking, they thought Xbox was gonna buy EA.
Yeah, but they've been a dying franchise since the PS3 Xbox 360 days.
Yeah, because they can't even hold on to. It be some good studios that they got, and they buy them out. They like get rid of them. And I'm like, yo, why do you get rid of that studio? That ain't make no sense. Some of the great games they could have not, if they didn't rush them and stuff. They'd have had great games.
Yeah, they if they would have like okay, like the Def Jam games, like the first two were the best. Then after that, it sucked because of the gameplay and the music sucked too. So yeah,
Yeah,
but the first two Def Jams, I'll say like this: if Def Jam Vendetta, the first one, would have had creations, blood, and weapons, with all that wrestling mechanics that they had in the game, Fight for NY would have been considered a failure. The only
yeah,
reason why Fight for NY wasn't considered a failure is because what saved that game was the creations, the blood, and the weapons.
yeah,
Because it became a fighting game afterwards. But I liked it better when it was a wrestling game because I liked the whole idea of the hip hop wrestling. You know what I'm saying? That shit was fresh to me.
yeah,
And like on the WWE 2K games, like I've actually made like the fictional characters that EA made, not the what's them called the real rappers and stuff like that. Because I liked the characters that they had, like the D Mobs, the Icebergs, Nine, what's the other one? Skull, Cruz, Pockets, House, Snowman, in them. Like they have some really cool fictional characters because
yeah,
I have like a little segment that I do because I have a bunch of creative characters and stuff. But if WWE games were to do what I wanted to do, like have like my own shit, like multiple slots, I'd just make a Ultimate League just filled with nothing but fictional wrestling characters with my characters mixed with Camcom and all the other ones that were like wrestling or MMA based characters like a
yeah,
Hager, Zangief, who else? Who else? Scorpion from Slam Masters, Titanic Sam, Biff and Gunlock, and a whole bunch of others. I was a big fan of all that stuff anyway.
yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what this company gonna do because they bringing out that Terrence Crawford pack next month.
Yeah.
Actually, like 2 weeks, I think, and then they supposed to be transferring over to Unreal Engine. I wonder is that gonna be a big announcement before the end of the year?
One thing I would like for Undisputed to do is do a full blown creation suite patch. They need one, like a full blown.
Yeah,
Like they
but
need to do.
their thing is they think that it's gonna take money from them having the DLC, but it's not
It's not.
because
You have to have
motion
a
caption is different than the what we got with the creation mode.
yeah, because if they actually had a solid creation suite, the freaking community creations would be able to work. But it won't be able to work if you don't have a solid creation suite.
Yeah.
Because
So
like
let's look.
Fight Night Champions, for instance, their creation suite was freaking bland as fuck. Everybody had 10 hairstyles,
Yeah.
and then when they did that whack ass game face crap, freaking like the black fighters would have
That
pasty
white
white
face.
faces, like they have vitiligo or
Michael
some shit.
Jackson. Looking like Michael Jackson.
Yeah, like they got vitiligo and shit. I'm like, when the fuck did they have a pasty white face?
But they did that on purpose.
Like it made it seem like they sprained their ankle before they freaking got to the damn ring, kind of deal. That's freaking terrible, man. In my opinion. But WWE's 2K's game face was a lot better. All they did was took the photo. What they did is they would get the photo of the face. Like there's like these content creators like Lord Demetrius and Dre 41. They would map the whole square of the photo. So when they upload the face on the thing on the created character, they could draw it out precisely like how the way the nose is, the alignment and all that stuff, and how the lips are and the eyes are to match
Yeah,
it when they fully maximize the photo all over the face. I've seen that technique being done, but me personally, as long as you got my stuff in there, I don't really need a game face. I could create them without it. That's just my opinion.
yeah,
And one thing I did like about the UFC 4 and creation suites that they could have chains and regular clothing and stuff like that, and they could wear eyewear and stuff like that. That would be cool for boxing too, for like creative guys. I would like to, because I have a few creative characters of my own that are boxers that actually rock an eye patch,
mm,
and I would like to have that in there because like for instance, like you remember the boxing game called Contender
yeah,
for PlayStation? Like you could make some of those guys from there onto the creation suite, and also like ready for Rumble boxing too, like with the bandanas on their head and stuff like that. And also,
yeah.
Fight Night Round Three, that football player Big E had a freaking big ass Under Armour headband.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that character.
Yeah, and remember Goliath, the fat white guy with the freaking that looked like Annie Milonakis with the little red dreads.
Yeah,
And then they had that one guy, that Cuban character that they had with the big ass scar on his face, Ko Ramo.
yeah.
Yeah, that I liked Ko Ramo the most because he looked gangster. I was like, damn, that would have been fresh. They would have been able to implement scars in the creation suite because he was the only one that had a visible scar in his face. And definitely, I would have loved to see scars being implemented in the creation suite because Hasim Rahman has a big ass scar on his face.
Oh yeah.
And there's a few other fighters I forgot that had scars on their faces as well. But yeah.
What's up, AJ? We got AJ here.
Oh, the dude from Canada. What's going on, champ?
He
Oh,
must be.
oh,
Yeah.
hey, what's up?
Chilling, chilling.
No, I thought you weren't gonna come in today.
Ah, feeling tired, man. But I'm feeling up today, man. But that thing you guys were talking about, EA and the Saudis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think the negatives of that is?
I don't really see no negatives right now. I
No.
think it's a good thing. I don't think no DLC. I think with the Saudis, they like pay everything up front, so I don't think it's gonna be no DLC. And I think they're gonna should have better studios because they have more people to come in and make the stuff go out faster. That's the positives I see. I don't see no negatives yet, and I don't
Okay,
know if
well,
EA gonna still have a part in it until the transition actually is fully done. But I don't see no negatives yet.
so I'm thinking about I was saying in the chat, I'm seeing and I could be wrong, but I'm seeing a cultural difference. I don't remember in the history of video gaming a Muslim state has is one of the top gaming publishers or anything to do with gaming. Period. It's the first time I'm seeing it, and but remember, this whole thing I think it might be coming under Riyadh season as well, because that's all government agencies
That's what I
of,
was
of Saudi
thinking.
Arabia. So here's the thing now. Two things I thought about. If they're buying it out, I wonder if there'll be a cultural change in these games. Remember, all these games are for North American markets. Different value system in North America than overseas, or in the case of Saudi Arabia.
I don't know.
So that kind of crossed my mind. Could that change how the what content we'll see in games? For instance, you guys are talking about wrestling this now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So here's the thing, and this might, I don't know, this might be a bad way to connect it, but you heard a couple of weeks ago that Saudi Arabia is going to be hosting WrestleMania, the WWE WrestleMania 1 year from now.
I know about that.
yeah,
And
You
they
know
they're
what
did
gonna
happens
that.
have
when they,
all the
right?
traffic
You know what
people fight
happens,
each other.
and that's a historical thing too. They've never had WrestleMania has never left the continent of North America. It's always been in the United States or in Canada. Never.
I
You
thought
might
they
have
had
a
it there
SummerSlam maybe
before.
in the UK, but you've never seen it leave and go overseas into a different thing. And based on what I'm seeing on right now, when WWE does go to Saudi Arabia and they do their events, the events they're not as good as when they're in the United States or in Canada, because the sexual content goes down when you have in Saudi Arabia. It's
Yeah, because
basically
Korea.
no, it's no, yeah, the women, you don't get that thing, and I think that's gonna suck to have a WrestleMania. You don't see those girls dressed up. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I always used to thought that WrestleMania would have hit Japan before anywhere else
I
or
I
Mexico
rather see go to I rather if it gone to Japan. I have no,
because
if it went to
Japan.
Japan, I could see to Japan. I could see them really getting into it.
Yes, because the thing is, Japan. You got to remember has a lot of historical wrestlers, and wrestling is one of the biggest sports over there in Japan, and they actually treat pro wrestling like a real sport, and they call it strong style. Like people get dropped on their head for real. Like let's say like the American wrestlers that come from the United States, they call them gaijin. That's what they call them when they come over there, like the Bruiser Brodies, the Stan Hansons, the Vaders, and
And the women will have to dress, and the women will have to cover up.
yeah. And the thing is, Japan, is based on anime and pro wrestling and judo and and ancient culture as well. And Japan has a lot of great things, and technology wise, they're just very advanced. They're like 10 years ahead of the United States in technology.
Yeah,
They
that's
even
why I
got
said they should have made a game.
But the second thing I was going to say about this Saudi Arabia, so I mentioned the cultural part, right? The
Yeah,
second part was the what was it called? Shoots. I'll come back to me after.
yeah, because I
Ah, it came back to me. The conflict right now in the Middle East. You got to pay attention to that, man, because that whole conflict in the Middle East with Israel and all those Muslim states neighboring the whole Gaza Strip and everything, right?
yeah,
Saudi right now is on good relations with the United States, but the more I don't know why, but I feel like the more that conflict gets out of control down there, it'll start to divide. So that's one thing I'd also look at it. If Saudi Arabia is going to buy out one of the biggest gaming corporations ever, that's North American entity. What happens if you had like a war that was to break out and relations deteriorate? What's going to happen to those games?
yeah.
yeah,
I
that's
think that
true.
was gonna happen regardless, because EA was seemed like they was like really trying to survive. They like getting rid of a lot of their studios. So
Yeah,
I think EA loved that deal. They trying to they got that $50 billion. They say, oh, we'll take that. That's our front money.
But what is it? Is it that the studios ain't making money with those kind of microtransactions anymore? What's going on?
They making money because they make I think 5 billion a year, but they 5 billion a year and 50 billion in one and at one shot. Which one would you take? 50
Yeah.
billion. That 50 billion sounded good to them because they didn't want to keep losing money on these games. And a lot of them, they're not really losing money at all. They're not losing money, but they're greedy.
Oh, can you see a tariff manifesting out of this? A tariff, a digital tariff.
Oh yeah, that's what's
Because
hurting
the
them.
way Trump is tariff, the
That's
way
hurting
Trump's
them
putting
right
tariffs on
now.
everything.
That's hurting EA right. It's hurting every company right now. See, it won't hurt the Arabs because they got the money. The Saudis, they got money that they throw away money. That's what I call it, throwaway money. They got that throwaway money, so it don't bother them. Yeah, I
But
can't
yeah, man.
be defensive for EA because EA they're a slimy company anyway.
Yeah. They put Andre Bishop over our freaking wishes.
So,
That
yeah,
tells you.
they're
And
like,
every time I always see the Andre Bishop or Isaac Frost in the UFC 4, I'd be knocking them suckers out just because of that. I unleash all my frustrations on them for that.
yeah, man. Yeah, this
Yeah.
deal. I just want to see where it's gonna go. If it's gonna wake up a lot of their franchises that they stopped making, and because if it's Turkey, he's a gamer. Turkey's a gamer, and so I don't know. And they see it's a lot of money in the esports. I think they lose more money than anything, but they don't see when they lose the money, it doesn't hurt them, so they are right with it.
I think at the moment, in terms of esports, the undisputed franchise is not ready for it yet. Unless you're doing local. If you're doing local LAN arcade, then
Yeah.
then you might be able to pull it off.
That's the only way they're gonna be able to do it. They're gonna have to do it like they did that one in the Las Vegas. Everything will have to be done right there because there's gonna be the connection won't mess up. But the game
We
is
got to
still
get
hard.
shit.
The game is horrible. It's got too many missing elements. That's why I'm saying if Turkey come out with that game with the guy from Japan and it's realistic, that's gonna like make Steel City look stupid.
You know what? You know what's interesting? I don't know if somebody's putting misleading misinformation content out there, but I was looking at an old video and it was doing a comparison to Undisputed versus ESBC. But the thing is, they called ESBC Overhand Interactive.
No, two different games.
Two different again, but so somebody's putting that information out there. But here's the thing: if you go back and if you go and look for Overhand Interactive, they've been developing a boxing game, and it looks better than Undisputed.
Yeah, I've been following that
It
for a
looks
while.
better, man. Yeah, from what I've been seeing, it was based there. I think they were trying to make it was. I think it started off as a kickboxing or a Muay Thai game,
Yeah, they said they're gonna have
but it has.
both.
So what I want to know is if are these videos, some of the videos I see floating there where they're trying to say ESBC Overhand Interactive. I want to know if it was two different it was two different projects, and then they chose they chose the one in Unity instead.
Yeah, I think they it's just a comparison. I don't think that was the. No, I don't. It ain't that I don't think. I know that they were two different projects because I was talking to Ash like almost day one when he started making a game.
Well, I'll say Overhand Interactive. What they have right now, I think it's closer to being a threat to Undisputed than Bloody Knuckles, or what they
Yeah,
have right now.
yeah. I think it's
But
three
Bloody
people
Knuckles,
working on it.
yeah. But Bloody Knuckles is the purest boxing sim. That's what they got right now. But that overhand interactive, it's this feels more fluid,
Yeah.
or
Oh,
it looks more fluid.
you know what I was reading about, the surveys that I was putting out and stuff. Still City is scared to put out a survey because it's gonna go when the questions get answered, it's gonna heavily favor the hardcore fans. I'm pretty sure that's what it's gonna do. And it's gonna go against their theory. And
Of course.
they're gonna try to finesse the survey so it goes to the way they want it to go.
What'll happen is this: if just because I don't know, we'll see. But if the community bands together at this point and we start getting everyone's data, that's basically gonna rip a hole in Steel City. Because
Yeah,
because the thing is, if you could show data back to them and broadcast that publicly, that makes them look like idiots.
yeah.
Or now it makes it or it'll change a lot of things.
Now the investors and publishers they gotta rethink their way of seeing stuff.
What do you see? But you see, the biggest issue with this Undisputed is this. This is I believe the sales of Undisputed. The whole thing is an outlier it's just because the community was starving for a game for for a decade, man. It
Yeah,
had to sell.
yeah, yeah.
If anything, man, it'll be interesting to see if this game would have sold the way it sold if it didn't have the boxing licenses, if it didn't have the boxer likenesses.
See, then that means they had to give us authentic movement and stuff. They that license that was a cover that was like a eye candy, and they're not really getting and we're not really getting what we really wanted. People fascinated with the names and stuff. That's what I was saying. I don't know how well this next DLC gonna sell. I really don't. They're hoping it sells well because I think Ash pushed himself in the corner by buying and doing all these different things instead of just focusing on the game. He's doing too much. He's doing charity events. Your company is a charity. You literally don't. Your game is like failing. He's saying this game. You heard him in the interview. He said the game wasn't failing. He said we're doing good. I don't know what people are talking about.
What was because they sold that 1.5, man. That's the
Yeah,
whole thing. They
that's
sold
it. But he said
1.5.
he literally saying it's still doing good. It's not still doing good. You go on
That
these
well, that's
websites.
well, that's the thing, man. The biggest man, I don't know how to show the stats in such a way, but one thing we can never see is what is the online numbers.
Yeah,
You know what I
we're
mean?
not
That's
going
a
to see.
big stat that the companies they hide that, man, because back in the day they used to show that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
You don't see that shit anymore. I've seen it on EA does a good job of that as well. They don't like to show anything anymore.
yeah. You see it
Everything has
on
to be hidden
Metacritic.
now, right? Yeah. So that's one way they're hiding it, right? But then the second thing is because it sold 1.5 million, it means that okay, when a person turns on their PS5 or whatever system they're using, it's there. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Ah man.
yeah. I don't know.
Like you know what's one thing you never really heard him like okay, even at the Vegas thing, he hasn't given the update to say okay, as of August 31st, we took a snapshot and we saw that on all platforms, all consoles, that we had X amount of people were online, not being online playing the online game, but they're signed into Undisputed. They're doing something in Undisputed. We haven't heard anything about that since.
No. But the only that what's a good thing, Steam shows you that the data of people playing, and it's going down from what I heard. I should have looked because I could have looked on the Steam because they said Steam not doing no well with Undisputed.
Yo, Northern Smog. Yeah, Ash is not. Yeah, you're right. He's not a developer. He's really a producer. He's the producer. If you want to look at it that way, he's really a producer,
Yeah,
or what sometimes he calls himself the creative lead, aka a producer. If you think of it as music terms, right?
yeah,
But that's what he's doing. That's what he's doing.
yeah, that's when I heard that, and I said I seen the guy who it is the guy from he's the CEO of he was the former CEO of Codemasters. So you getting a former CEO, he's gonna be under you? Nah, I don't think so. He's a CEO, so he's like he bought a stock in that company, so he's making decisions.
We talking. We're at you're talking about Steel City.
Yeah, yeah,
They
cause
brought. You're saying they brought a new CEO.
yeah, they well they were we were talking about it before when they hired that guy from he had a resume with EA, but he was a CEO with Codemasters, and then he became part of the team for Undisputed earlier this year.
Okay.
So that's he's like I'm thinking that he's a co-owner or something like that. Then that guy we was talking about that he got more knowledge of books than gaming. He's the
Yeah, that's the
key.
guy who he's like he does like RPG games or something. I think if that's the same guy we're
Yeah,
talking about.
yeah. I'm like, how is he in control of stuff? He don't have no background in combat sports games, not even fighting games. So I'm like, why is he there? That makes no sense. It's like they was hiring, just hiring to be hiring. It makes no sense. It's like it gets annoying when you think about it.
Yo, this Dell in the chat, he's mentioned Hard Knot Boxing. He's who was developed as a 12-year-old genius kid. Here's my thing about all these indie games right now, and I've been testing them out. My biggest fear is that okay, a lot of them are being developed on Unity, but it's like you kind of sense they're gonna that it's a testing ground, just like how Undisputed sold us the testing ground game,
Yeah,
knowing that the game wasn't gonna be, knowing that the game would never be able to really translate into multiplayer. It will translate properly into multiplayer. So a lot of these games, man, like I look when I think about what's the name? The hard knuckle. What's it called? What's it called again? The hard knuckle game.
well, Bloody
What's the name of
Knuckles.
that game again? Yeah, Bloody Knuckles. When I think about Bloody Knuckles, I already could see that that game is not going to probably translate into a proper online game after.
Yeah, I think it's going to always be Parsec, and because he it's only him.
Yeah, yeah,
He don't got the funding to get it the way that he want far as online.
yeah. I know. But that's the thing. So like all these guys are coming up with really good ideas, but man, um, well, when you think Undisputed was the only one who really took it online.
Yeah, facts. Um, you can see the YouTube. Does
YouTube is
YouTube
running.
have
Yes.
chat for you?
Yeah, I can see it. I'm reading the chat on the YouTube here. I can see it.
Yeah, I can't see it. It says something went wrong, and I don't have no chat up.
Just open a new tab here. Here, do this. Open. Don't close the other YouTube tab. Right. Make sure you keep that other one open. But here, this is the YouTube stream here. Just open a new tab and put it in there, and then this when you once and then just make sure don't you don't have to play it. Just stop it, and you could read the chat on the side after.
Okay, let me see.
So I sent it to you on Discord.
Okay. Yeah.
I would copy and paste it into a new tab just in case, because you don't want it to kill the other YouTube tab that's doing the connector right now.
It's not showing up in the Discord. You say you send it to me in the Discord?
Yeah, I sent you a link in Discord.
It's not even showing up.
Yeah, I sent it. Direct message.
Say no message yet.
Yeah, on my side it shows it was sent. Oh, maybe there's a delay. But in the meantime, the controls for Bloody Knuckle awful. I gotta disagree with that, because the whole thing with Bloody Knuckles, you're actually he's giving you a pivot system. So the thing is, like, this is not an arcade game. This is getting closer to a sports sim than Undisputed's getting right now. So I wouldn't say it's the controls. I would say more as the impact system. Like, when I say impact, that whole idea that when you hit somebody, does it register and does it feel like you hit the person? I think that's the thing right now. I think they're at the stage where they gotta beef up. Like in a Fight Night Champion, they use that little flashing screen effect, just like Undisputed. That kind of tells you if you hit the guy or not. Undisputed, yeah, it's a master. I would say offline, it's a good game.
What's a good game offline?
Undisputed, compared to like the game, like when I say the gameplay versus playing it
The
online because of
online.
all the issues we're having. But one thing I never understood is why couldn't they have us in the offline mode? Why can't they give us all the physics, everything? Because you see that's a common thing when you see EA Sports games. When you play it offline, it gives you more of the graphics or more of the details and stuff, right? And when you play it online, they always skim it back so it could play faster or more efficiently. So I never understood why Undisputed chose that. Okay, it has to be exactly the same for both online mode and offline mode.
Yeah, that makes no sense to me. I never understood that.
Yeah, it's like, is it that bad of the I guess the programming job they did? I don't know. Yo, Paul, you were able to open up the YouTube stream?
No, it still says something went wrong. I don't know what's going on.
Let me see, but you're live. You're still live right now. Yeah, you're live right now, so that's a good thing. Or take that, or even
Yeah.
take the YouTube link and run it in your phone. That's another way. That's another way you
Oh
could do it.
yeah. That's what I should have did. Thanks. A second.
So what I'm doing is I have it. I'm watching on the screen, but I'm typing in my phone. I find it easier to use my phone to type.
Yeah. Let me see.
Undisputed Slug. Why do you say you're not simple-minded enough to compare games from 15 plus years ago to 2025? Why is it you can't make the comparisons? Because is it because your whole comparison system is based on graphics and not gameplay?
Yep, that's what it sounds like.
Right now, and a perfect example, the best. Hey, I was surprised, man. For the longest while, I would always go back and play THQ Undisputed 3. So I finally got my hands on Undisputed Forever, the mod that's floating around right now. I installed it, man. Oh man, they did good, man. They fixed all the problems, man. They fixed all the bugs for people who were trying to emulate it. Now the thing runs perfect, and they updated the rosters, man. That is the absolute best. That puts EA UFC 5 to shame. Undisputed. Any of the Undisputed 3 on Xbox 360 or PS3, or even get Undisputed on Forever, the mod. All of those put EA, UFC 3, 4, 5 to shame. And that's gameplay from 2012 we're talking about. That's the best MMA fighter out there. And if you want to go online, you could use Parsec. They fixed it where everyone's doing it on Parsec now.
What's up, country boy? What do you think the telemetry of Undisputed reflects? More online or offline players overall? I think more offline players, especially because the game broken. That's a excuse. People love giving Steel City an excuse. They have 5 games. Steel City didn't have. I mean, EA didn't have 5 games. They had 11 games. They had the
You know
Knockout
why?
Kings. They had the Knockout Kings. They had the Foes of Ali that they published. Then they had these games. But you got to realize the same engine for the Knockout Kings, for the Fight Night, same engine. They changed it, I think, in 3. I think they changed the game in 3. But still, you keep making excuses for a game that company that start building up and having a studio of 300 and 400 people working on a game. There were 500 developers doing little things to help the game. Steel City, they got, I say, about 100 people now. But their main focus is they don't have the developers. Stop making the excuse of the game. You need a lot of games to make a perfect game. That excuse, hell, it was better like for back in the days, 15 or 20 years ago. That excuse. We have better technology now. Stop giving excuses nowadays for what companies were doing back then. Technology is well advanced. I had developers telling me that when companies tell you that they can't do something, it's because they don't want to do it. It can be done. So argue with the developers.
One thing I noticed, I was going through the Undisputed. I was on their YouTube channel. I was going through the last 3 years of their content. I was just going through those developer logs from 3 years ago up until the Vegas content meetup. Ash has been always reminds you. If you look everyone, he always reminds us that they're indie studio, and it's the first time they're doing this. And I've heard that narrative for 3 years now.
Dude said he don't know why Undisputed get all this hate. Are you a developer? You serious? You really serious? Yo, that's annoying when people be saying that. They sound like little kids. I'm an artist. When I draw the craziest thing and it don't look right to me, they love it. That's what you sound like, a kid. Just, we didn't have a game in 15 years. We need to love this game. No. How is they going to do better if we're not saying anything? That's crazy. You must be 10 or 11 years old. That's crazy. That's why they're not going to keep pushing to do better. They're not going to make the game better because people keep saying, we agree with you. Y'all need more time. It's been 5 years. They've been developing this game for 5 years. EA made 5 games in 5 years. Knockout Kings. And then the Fight Night game.
You know what kills me, man? When I go back in those same archives from 3 years ago, Ash was alluding to this problem. He was alluding to the issue that the what the online gaming from 3 years ago. He's been alluded to it. They knew it 3 years ago,
Yeah,
but I think the community just got desperate, man, and we just wanted a boxing game to play. But 3 years ago, if you look at those developer, man, they knew about the issue.
yeah.
Hey, you know what's funny? I wonder how come 3 years ago, what's his name? How come Cold Blooded didn't know? He didn't have the answer 3 years ago.
Dude said I'm glazing for EA. You must not know me. No, well, you don't know me. I'm glazing for EA. When I was helping EA as a senior moderator and community leader, I was talking junk about the game. Country boy, could you type in the chat and let them know Poe Poe ain't glazing for nobody. I'm not glazing for no EA. EA offered to give me a game for Fight Night Champion. I didn't want it. I told him I don't want it because y'all didn't make the game that I thought y'all was gonna make. Y'all asked me for a wish list and y'all didn't make the game. He said the next undisputed game needs to build from the ground up. The current game is too flawed. I agree with you, but then that means we got to wait a couple of more years.
You know what, man? I always said that Undisputed is a tribute game to Fight Night Champion. Fight Night Champion was one and done.
Yeah, yeah,
If you're a tribute game to Fight Night Champion and Fight Night Champion was one and done, that same audience, and you brought back the same game for that audience from 12, 15 years ago, would it be one and done as well? Will the fan base reject it when they come out with Undisputed 2? If you know what, if Undisputed, if Undisputed, like, okay, if the rumors is true and they move it over to what's in that damn engine again? Not the Unity, the better one, the Unreal Engine 5. If they move it over to Unreal Engine 5 and it has the exact, it's a carbon print of what they have right now. Is just now we have less desync when we play online. The game is gonna bust. It has the bust, man.
yeah. This guy
It has
talking
the bust
about
because you know what's gonna happen? Everyone's gonna compare it to the other arcade fighter games out there that already have jumped where they have metaverses already.
yeah. This guy talking about all he hears nothing but complaining. You act like we got the game for free. Well, I got the game for free and I bought 3 copies. But you still acting like people did not pay for this game. A customer
Well,
always should complain if they're not satisfied.
so
I'm a
so so
business
so
owner.
undisputed undisputed slug. If you think we're complaining, type in one positive thing about the game. Let me see you
Exactly.
do the opposite of complain. Let me see you write. Let's start with something here. Let me see you write something. What's a positive of this game, and let me see if I can roll with it.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, type something that's positive about the game. We got a game. That's what he's gonna probably say.
This guy's talking about complain. This fucking guy is here listening to us complain, man, because he likes it.
Yeah, why are you still here? If somebody complains, I will leave and be like, Dad, they ain't doing nothing but complaining. I'm out the door.
Do I have to spam this? Write one positive thing, man. You don't have to make it a spam nothing. If you want, write two positive things. I'm just trying to make it as easy as possible for you.
See, he said exactly what I
Yeah,
said. He said
yeah. It's a
exactly what
25
I
right?
said. It's current. Yo, man, you're not making an intelligent argument. It's current. That's the only reason why we shouldn't be complaining. So you are right with the way that Steel City is moving. You okay with what they're doing? Yo, dude, you're a comedian, man. I think what's his name? Yo, this Joker, that Joker's annoying. That's annoying.
You know, man, I wish, when Undisputed came out, I wish they came out Ready to Rumble, the latest one as well, the current Ready to Rumble. That would have divided the audience and we would have gotten rid of all the scrubs. Let them go
Yeah,
down to Ready to Rumble of 2025. So we can and then leave everybody else who's left for Undisputed.
yeah, because they're about to leave once because Christmas you got that big all these companies gonna drop their games. Steel City, they're in trouble. Then you got these boxers that a lot of people don't know. A lot of them just know two boxers or two or three
Look,
boxers in each weight
look,
class. How do you sell
look at
DLC?
look at Undisputed Slug. The show he's a friggin' idiot, and he's talking about people complain. I asked him to say one positive thing. All he could say is Kurt. He can't. To show you how he doesn't even give a shit. The Undisputed Champion is coming out. He doesn't give a shit because it doesn't mean nothing.
He,
Everyone knows it's just a it's a big pack of shit they're gonna drop on us, and either
he
you're gonna
said
smell
the
it and eat it,
footwork.
or you're just gonna walk away from it.
He said the footwork. The footwork not the same what we had in ESPC or the earlier versions. They scaled back a lot of things. And you still saying we're complaining. They took out physics based blocking, physics based movements, all these things, but you still saying we're complaining. That makes no sense. You saying the footwork that was physics based. They changed it.
What I want to know is the Undisputed Champion and Championship Edition. What is the extra? What is the feature that they have under wrap that they're being so secretive about? What
This
is it they're gonna give us?
Yeah, I don't know. But he talking about what do we want? You becoming annoying, man. What do we want? If you go to my blog where I got 1,000 wishes on it, I mean 1,000 things to make the game better, you'll get an understanding. Or if you look at a boxing match, one or two boxing matches, you understand what I want.
Undisputed
Oh,
Slug. No one's moving the goalpost. The problem is that you're there. You want to contribute to the conversation, but you're sitting there in live chat and you can't really express yourself. What you should do is join the broadcast. That way we'll understand what you're saying better. Yeah, come and talk about your boxing bra here.
yeah, call in. Yeah, he one of them people that's going to keep buying the DLC and complain about it. That's the funniest thing to me. People are buying the DLC and they're complaining about it. You know what they was going to give you.
You know what they was gonna give you? When you look at the developer logs from 3 years ago, they were aware of the power body uppercut issue. 3 years ago, and every time you look at the developer log, yeah, we're fixing it up to 2025. We're still fixing it. They can never fix it.
He said he support boxing. No, I support boxing. I literally box. I literally box. I support boxing. So when you come at a person like me, it makes no sense whatsoever. I box. What did you box? What did you win in a boxing match? Did you box amateur? Did so you coming at a person like me that actually box and I literally got like 20 or 30 boxers in the game. I literally talk to these boxers. So what are you talking about? DM1FT, what's up? Appreciate you for coming in.
I bought all the DLC. I bought all the DLC too, man. They have it's like I don't know. It's like a stupid. It's like a dumb addiction to the game.
Yeah,
They
that's
have
the
all of us.
dish.
They have all of us. Yeah, they have all of us like dummies right now.
Like hoping that something be good, and it's like you grabbing a pack of cards and you hoping that you get that special card in it.
That's how Will Kinsler. That's what he's gonna fucking do, eh? If he has his way, or if he's the influence he is on that fucking game, he's gonna bring in friggin' they're gonna bring in those game cards. They're gonna come up with some kind of card game shit, man. I could sense it.
Yeah, I see it too. Because they're gonna get because Ring trying to get down with somebody. The cards that they bringing back out the play collection trader cards. So they trying to get down with a company. I was trying to hook them up a couple of years ago because I was like, that's a good idea if you feel that it could bring money to the company. But yeah,
Well, that's Will's main interest. You know how you guys are always saying that okay, he doesn't really follow boxing or thing. What he follows is collecting sports cards,
yeah,
hobby
I know
cards,
that. I know that for a fact.
baseball cards, basketball cards. That's what he
Yup,
does. So that's where you're gonna get your ideas from, bringing that kind of
yup,
bullshit in the game.
yup.
By the way, I don't know if you guys know, for the first time, man, I've been contacting Will Kinsler for a while. I've been trying to send him tweets, but his Twitter account or X account, it's always on private. For whatever reason, his account's on public now. So I don't know. I don't know, man. What
Yeah,
happened? But he must be feeling good now
that's weird to me.
because he was
Look like
hiding for
he
a while, man.
look like he erased a lot of stuff because I only see like I think 3 posts.
Yeah, I know. The way he made it private, it was like I thought it was like his family kind of people have like a more of your personal friends and family kind of thing. So I thought that's why he probably hid it.
Yo, this guy KX Cam 24, he said you're dumb if you're buying DLC for a game you don't like. He said I just want you to explain how buying DLC is supporting boxing. It's not
Well,
supporting boxing. It might support the
it's supporting the
boxer
boxers. Yeah, it's supporting the boxers.
because the boxers that's how they getting paid.
Yep.
That's what that was one of my main things with these boxers. That's a lot the reason how they got so many boxers. When I talk to all these boxers that they got, and Todd Grisham and all them talk to these boxers, it was the only reason why they signed to be in the game is for DLC. They get the a percentage of the DLC. See, a lot of fans think these boxers gonna be in the game for free. Hey, I'm gonna be in the game for free. No, this how boxers think. I'm gonna say how I would do if I was still boxing and I was like a famous boxer. I would still want some type of money off it because I got kids. It's called generational wealth. You want some type of money to keep coming in no matter what. So their thing is they want a percentage of it because if they don't get the money, who's gonna get the money? The company. The company ain't gonna give you the boxes for free. The boxers get a percentage off of that thing, off of the DLC. People keep saying, oh, they should be in the game for free. Why? Why should they be in the game for free? Half of y'all are bootlegging the internet to watch their fights. That jump be funny. They be wanting to box. Literally, they want boxers to box for free.
Yes.
They don't realize boxers get money off the gate, off of the TV revenue and stuff like that. That's how boxers get paid. That's how the promoters and stuff get paid. But these people don't understand. They think everything should be free. That's crazy.
Hey, Tank Davis is the B side for the Jake Paul fight.
He should be the B side. He's smaller guy.
But here's the thing, Jake Paul, he requested 12 ounce, was it 12 or 16 ounce gloves for that fight?
Yeah, the way Jake Paul be acting, I think he's just saying it and then try to even it up. Because Tank can
But
punch.
well, here's the thing. What ounce glove are they gonna did they agree on? Is it 12 or is it 16? How much ounce is the glove for that fight?
I think 16 and 14, something like that. I
So
think
although Tank he's a professional boxer,
yeah,
more skill, highest skill right now, kind of thing, right?
yeah,
And although he's smaller, man, he's giving up about 130 versus about nearly 200, right? So he's giving up a
yup,
good 50, 60 pounds, even just on the scale.
yup. That don't mean nothing. People don't realize that don't it all these years we spent talking about
But,
weight
yo,
makes a difference, but Tank is a veteran.
right, but whose call do you think it was not to go with 8 ounce gloves for that fight?
That was
You think that was Jake Paul or that was Tank? Who do you think didn't want to go with the 8 ounce or even 10?
I think it's Jake Paul. It might be
It's Jake
I
Paul.
forget the size that they were using, but I think it was Jake Paul. Let me see.
I was
East.
listening to what's his name? I forgot who it was again, but the guy said Jake Paul's gonna knock him out. No, sorry, not Jake Paul. Tank's gonna knock him out. He's gonna beat him for sure.
I think Tank gonna stop him. Body shots. That's all he got to do. Nobody punched Jake Paul to the body.
Well, I think it was either Timothy Bradley or somebody else I was listening. He's calling for the knock. He's saying Tank's gonna knock him out. He's gonna beat him down.
Yeah, no, I think he's gonna stop him with a body shot or something like that. Don't let him throw overhand. Because Jake Paul, he's not fundamentally sound. A lot of people keep saying, "Oh, he did this." He was buying these fights that he was winning. Mike Tyson was holding back. You could literally see. You watch the video. He was about to hit Jake Paul with a right hand, and he slowed it down and stopped throwing it. I
Yeah,
watched
but
the
but
video.
Jake Paul also took care of Mike Tyson near the end of the fight too. As when Tyson started to get tired, he took care of him too. It was an exhibition fight, anyways.
Yeah, man.
That was an exhibition fight, man. People will realize that.
I had some
But yo,
exhibition fights. I go for the knockout. I
but
still
here's the
go
thing:
for the knockout.
is the Jake Paul Tank Abbott fight? Is that an exhibition fight, or that's gonna be an actual professional fight?
Think it's supposed to be a professional fight, but it don't make no sense because they're two different weight classes. So I don't know how that's going to even match up. It really don't make no sense to me. He's saying Tank supposed to move up to 95. Tank body ain't gonna go up to no 95. If he go to 95, he gonna be super out of shape.
What do you say?
Can't
195?
195.
195? Yeah, he can't
Yeah,
handle 195. Yo, if Tank was going to go 195, he would have been trained for the last, I would say, a good 4 years even to try to attempt that.
yeah, but that's crazy because what it's gonna do with Tank that is a slick move. By him making it 195, Tank got to move up all that weight class. It slows down his punches because he never fought in that weight class, and it makes him less mobile. So Jake been doing his research. Whoever training him doing their research on him. Tank gonna look like a butterball in there. Salute to you, Northern Smug. You right, boxing champions. Throwing money at Still see this not gonna make them make a better game. They already had the money to make a better game. They're not. I looked at their list of developers. They not hiring the right developers. And people be like, "Po, how do you know?" I know.
Yo, ESBC. Yo, was Undisputed a direct continuation of ESBC?
Not at all. Not at
So,
all
but
to me.
what
It's
was
like
it? But was it
the
two?
art
Is it was it
style.
two? Was it two different gaming engines? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
That's what I'm keep wondering. They keep saying, even though they could just be saying that, they keep saying it was done on Unity. I don't see that. I don't see a Unity having the graphics look like that. I haven't seen a
What
Unity game yet that looked like that.
what I'm trying to figure out. I wish we could get some more people. Who did, Poe? Did you play test ESBC on? Sorry, online. Did you play test it online?
Yeah, I did.
So
Yep.
I spoke to another person who played tested online as well, and he said that when they did the playtest, it never had desync issues. That version they played, it didn't have desync issues. It's only when they. It seems like I gotta double check again, but it seems like once they moved to the beta testing for Undisputed and it started calling Undisputed, that's when everything changed.
It do seem like that because I wasn't having no problems because when I was playing online, because I'm not an online player, and I felt good playing online. I was like, oh sweat, Poe is online playing a boxing game and he liked it. It felt like a boxing match. I had like two people quit on me, and I stopped a couple of people. I said, all right, I'm about to be on the leaderboard when this game come out. And then it started changing. Let me see.
Hey, you remember that line where they kept on saying they don't want to sensationalize violence? The
Yeah,
more I looked into that, it is bullshit because you have different
it is.
ratings. Yeah, I think it's called the ES something. It's the basically whatever electronic gaming rating industry, whatever,
Yeah,
right? And they
yeah,
have
like
and they have for all, yeah, they have. It's just like movies, so they have like for all ages, for five and under, and then they have one for mature audiences, 17 and up.
yeah.
What CSI ain't really telling you is that it's not really that the game that they didn't want to sensationalize violence.
It didn't have
They
nothing to do
want
with the
they
BBC.
yeah, they're not being they're not it's okay. It could be part of the reasoning why, but they're not saying the higher level is that we want a certain rating for the game.
Yeah.
I like what is the rating for? Let me see here. I'm just kind of curious. If this is it all ages or is it a 14? Let me see.
It's crazy that they keep making excuses not to do that, and that seemed like sabotage. That seemed like somebody came in the studio and sabotaged the game. Talking about the swelling of the eye and stuff. That's not sensation. That's boxing.
Yeah, yo, I
Your
just played
fan
UFC
base.
5. I just played UFC 5. If you see the fucking violence in that game, okay, yo, so Undisputed
Exactly.
it has a teen rating, violence, blood, and lyrics. So that's probably like a M14, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Yeah, that's crazy. They're making up excuses and they don't realize that we're going to look behind them and see why are they lying. E-boxing champions understand slug. I support boxing by buying fights.
Here we go.
Clown.
I found it. I found it. Teen content is generally suitable for ages 13 and up. So they're basically targeting from 13-year-olds old, right?
Yeah,
But guess what? The next rating is the mature 17 plus, which is content is generally suitable for ages 17 and up, may contain intense violence, blood, and gore, sexual content, and strong language. That would be the next. That would be the next level up.
yeah. That don't make no sense to me. And then what make it so bad? These kids get the game anyway. That's made for adults.
Well, yo, undisputed slug, you're you're criticizing us about that. You're lucky the game wasn't for 10 plus. It would have been worse.
Yeah.
The lower the scale you go down. If it was everyone, we're gonna be playing Mario. We're gonna be playing Mario Kart of boxing next.
What he says the difference between a 13-year-old and a 17-year-old clearly.
Yo, hey, Paul, don't worry with this guy. Remember what we were discussing? Once we go to that the next attack, man. So he's talking about 40s and 17 all that. It'll make sense. I'll make it make sense to them next.
Mhm.
They don't know what we have right now, man. Fuck.
He said, "Who you think they're going to cater to?"
Yeah, you make a good point. You make a good point. The teen audience is what 13 and up.
But they're
But the
not the
funny thing is,
audience that's
but the
going to
funny
spend
thing
it
is,
on.
from the 13-year-old, the 14-year-old, 15-year-old, 16-year-old, 17-year-old, whose money are they using to buy the fucking
Exactly.
game? Fuck.
Exactly. Exactly. Exactly.
30-year-olds don't make enough.
See, he making up different all
He's
these
making up sad.
different
He's making
scenarios.
up shit. Yeah, he's making
If
up
they
shit.
if they give us the survey, if Steel City do the survey, I'm guaranteeing you that it will be more older people playing the game. Because I literally did one for EA. They let me
Watch.
do a survey, and it was more
Here,
older people playing the game than younger people.
and here, I'll prove it to you. What year did Fight Night Champion come out? 2012?
Yeah,
2012?
I think so.
Right? Here, let me look it up quick. Yo, stay there, undisputed slug. I'm gonna make an example of you. Let's see. Fight Night Champion.
What you mean? No,
Fight
you
Night
go.
Champion came out in 2011. Okay, so let's just say Fight Night Champion has a teen rating, which starts at 13 years old, right?
Yeah,
What do we 20? We said 2011, right? That's about what 14 years ago. 13 plus 14 years equals 27. The average, what let's just say we're starting at the age group of 27-year-old plus. So you're gonna have a lot of guys 30 plus that's in that demographic that you think that don't play the game. You're pulling at straws, man. Your arguments are weak. You know what the fuck you're talking about.
yup. That's what I keep telling people. They be trying to use logic from 15 years ago. So a 15-year-old that was playing the game back then, he's 30 now.
Yo, undisputed stuff. Don't take this to disrespect. I mean this respectfully, but you're a dunce.
See, he making up
No,
stuff.
you're done, slug. You're finished, man. You're exposed. You got exposed, man. You got exposed, man. If you're gonna talk shit, you gotta fucking make sure you know what you're talking about. Got exposed, man.
He said
You were
30
saying that
plus don't
you were
make
saying 30
enough for the
plus,
player fee.
yeah, and the demographic's gonna start at 27 plus if we're based on Fight Night Champion. So you know what the fuck you're talking about.
Yeah. It had Fight Night Champion had a mature rating.
And I'm mature rating.
Yeah, because of the
Oh shit! So not a
it
17
wasn't
plus
for the
then.
violence. It was for the game. I mean the story mode.
The story, the story mode.
Because I remember that was one of the things that we used to talk to the developers about. We used to talk to developers about the cuts and certain things. Say no, we have certain bloods and stuff. So they found a way to add a story mode in and have the blood and stuff in. They said that's the only way we gonna do it, because EAC they get money off of having a story mode and the cursing and everything. Because eventually, I mean, at first they weren't gonna have that. That was kind of a rush put in, because the way they wanted the story mode to be, it was gonna be like you could create your characters to be in the story mode. That's what they were planning on doing. But I guess once they got that rating, fans kept pushing for them to have a rating so they could have the cuts and bruises and stuff. They added that. People, some of the things people be guessing, but I know for a fact what was going on. That's why I'm like, a lot of these people just saying stuff just to hear themselves talk.
Yo, Bamba, you asked, what do you think has more undisputed players, online or offline? The percentage? Nobody has those numbers, but if I was to guess, if they sold 1.5 million copies, I'm gonna say, let's just say 70% of the buyer base is offline, and we're gonna have
Exactly.
30% online.
Yeah, because of the desync and stuff.
And yo, and even let's just say we were to say 50% was online and 50% was offline. Well, 50% would mean there's 750,000 people playing the game online, which I know would never fucking be the case for this game. No, there's no game out there with even most games. What most popular games might hit maybe 30,000. And this game, there's no fucking way this game has 30,000 players, man. I think this game, let's just say on PS5 alone, I'm gonna say the user base is I feel it's under 6,000. 6,000 people online.
This Joker said, "Yo, man, I think you trolling." He said, "Online modes clearly cater to kids in every game." You're an idiot, man. I hate to say I've said that, but you're an idiot. My son is 24 years old. Is he a kid? To me, he a kid, but he's not a kid. He's 24 years old.
Yo, Undisputed Slug, everybody I played online, as the game is
Adults.
loading up,
Adults.
if I try to invite them to a party chat, it's always fucking adults, man.
Exactly.
It's people on everyone's just fucking drinking and on drugs, everything, man. That's the
Yup.
kind of crowd we're playing with, man. I ain't played. The only time I'm playing with little kids is the ones that block their accounts so they can't. They have the little kitty kind of logos and avatars. Those are the little kids, but there's
He
a lot
said
of adults that play
24
the
is
game.
a kid. 24 is not a kid. My son is a grown man. I'm 33. And man, you shouldn't even have said that, man. You shouldn't even have said your age, man. Now it's like, I'm like, come on, you serious? I thought you was a 15 or 14-year-old. To be honest,
Yeah,
your
that's what I thought.
argument. That's like me telling my friend that's 40 years old that he's a kid. It's not a kid. Both of y'all kids to me.
Bro, 24 is a kid. If a 24-year-old shoots somebody, they ain't gonna put you in juvie.
Exactly. Exactly.
Shit.
They especially out here, you as a when he was like he could drink and stuff, you're adult. He's an adult. Who changed what adult is? Once he became 18, he was an adult. Dad, Slug is a whole grown man. He said, "Are we confused?" My son is a grown man. Yo. He might make you look like a kid because he's like 6'3". He said you listen to current music too. I hate the music for the last 10 years we had garbage. My son don't even listen to that garbage. Yeah,
You know who I couldn't stand, man? When that guy can't, when I heard, when I heard his music, I thought, yo, this had some good beats and shit. But when I started paying attention, I said, no, I don't like this shit, man. What's his name? Little Nas X. I can't stand that motherfucker,
oh
man. That
nah,
guy, fuck, he was the new he. That's when I started noticing, like rap and hip hop started bending a different way, man.
yeah, yeah.
That was the first time I noticed something like on that level, man. I was like, oh shit, this is because it went mainstream.
For V7 280 pounds, he's a kid.
Yeah, he's
I'm
a
not
fucking
arguing
troll.
with you. That's on
He's
you.
a
I'm not
troll.
arguing with you.
He's a fucking troll. Yeah.
I'm not arguing with you. Cause my son will come in here and be arguing with you too. Cause he'd be like, "How you gonna call me a kid?" Yeah, he's a kid to
Yo,
me. He's a kid to my mother. Yeah, but he's not a kid, and he wouldn't allow anybody to call him a kid.
power body uppercuts and undisputed. Is that's to the people out there? Is that still an issue with this game, or is the argument there's a counter for everything?
Nobody answered.
The, oh, this guy.
Yeah, I really don't see. It's like going to an event and nobody's playing the way they supposed to play. That's how I look at Undisputed. Like a lot of the mechanics are off. They looked it better at ESBC, but I don't like them mechanics how everything's in the game is looking. The
So, but
uppercut,
so you don't think ESBC was made by Overhand Interactive?
no,
You don't
not
see
at
any
all.
similarities. You don't see nothing.
They got similarities is because of the early version, and they was really going for the boxing like what's called going for. But I didn't really pay attention to it like that. Not
I'm
not
really interested. I want to see. I want to see where they can take it because that's right now from all of them. That's the most. That's basically.
graphically, and
Yeah, graphically, it
and it
feels
got.
like it's in that in between spot of Undisputed and Bloody Knuckles.
You said the
It might be.
mechanics changed when the name changed. Yeah, it definitely did. I think so because it became Will Kinsler game because he said he didn't understand what um ESBC was. A lot of people be trying to protect him. If anybody should be trying to protect him, it would be me because I got a history with him. But I don't care for Will. I don't care for him because he did me dirty. He really did me dirty. He didn't defend for me or try to pull me in any type of way. I made sure he got on the team,
Yo,
but
you know what's funny? Yo, you know what's funny? It's funny how you have Steel City Interactive and you have this company called Overhand Interactive. Why? It's like a coincidence. Both of them have interactive in their name.
yeah. But it's three Mexican guys that's making overhand.
Overhand, okay. So they have
Yeah.
no association with Undisputed in them.
No, not at all.
All right.
I thought Westcom got him. I thought Ice got him. Because they stopped when they stopped doing videos and talking about the game. I said, "Ah, man, they got." But that wasn't the case. '90s had the best rap, and '80s had the best rock. I'm not a rock fan, but I take your word for it. ESBC was a complete different game than Undisputed. It was definitely two different games. They were two different games. And I still think that Steel City stole my name, that Undisputed, because I did a cover and I keep receipts. I made a cover of for this company, and because Steel City was doing the ESBC, and I was talking to this company. They were thinking about making a game, and they said if Steel City does well, they will make a game. And I did a cover. I did a mock cover for them. I had this boxer. He was looking down. He had on boxing gloves. He had on a yellow tank top, red gloves, and I had Undisputed under the bottom. And to me, I know a lot of my friends and everybody, they love the ESBC name. I didn't. I never liked it. I said ESBC. That sounds like it's only gonna be an online game. That was my mind frame, and I thought it was only that it didn't seem like it was associated with boxing at all. Undisputed seems more like it was associated with boxing to me, but I don't know. Let me see, bro. That's like asking why does every record label has entertainment at the end of the name? Yeah. My thing, and another thing that's like gets me upset is why aren't they putting in more older fighters? That proves that they're not really trying to cater to all the fan bases. They trying to cater. They like a lot of boxes that they have. They're not like those the ones they let fall off, and they like I guess they're gonna renegotiate. Like it was a lot of people that was asking me, could their family member that's no longer here be in the game? Like Henry Armstrong, why is he not in the game? I had contacts with his grandson. He wanted his grandfather to be in the game. I had contacts with what's his name? Sonny Liston, his adopted son. He wanted Sonny Liston to be in the game. I had contacts with Archie Moore, um his daughter. We good friends online. I had all these different people, but it's like Still City don't want certain boxes in the game. Respect the game. Salute, man. I'm glad you came through. Thanks for the support. And while I got y'all here, um, fill out that survey because we trying to make it go viral and prove the Still City. Because you fill out the if you fill out the survey and the company sees it and then the investors and the publishers see it, that forces them to make the game that fans want. Because they trying their best to avoid making the game that we want. And we could prove them to be a liar by filling out this survey. I created a survey. Fill it out, please. Share it with your friends and everybody. The more people we get signing this, the better. Because I see on LinkedIn, I see that a couple of the Still City developers, they saw the survey. Because on LinkedIn, you can see who looked at your posts. So they even looking at it.
Yo, e-boxing champions, the Saudis. You're saying the Saudis would be more likely to honor the memories of these champions? I don't
Yeah,
think so.
I think
No,
so. 100%.
I'm no. I'll tell you what they're trying to do. They're trying to create a boxing league right now.
Yeah,
That's the whole thing. They want to create a boxing league so then they'll have everybody under one banner. So then they can sell the licenses easy, like how you sell like how you sell an NBA license or an MLB license, football license. Oh, that's what they're trying to do, or even like a UFC license for the whole game.
yeah.
They wouldn't. I don't think they'll.
That's
I
what
think
what's
that's what
going
they're
trying
trying
to
to do.
do. That's what what's his name for the UFC. He was trying to push that for the
TKO Sports. That's what they're trying to push right now.
yeah. Yeah, but I think because like Turkey proved that he's a boxing fan. He got like a whole cachet of every boxer. I mean, every boxer that lived. So Turkey a boxing fan. He's not faking. A lot of people think he's faking. Turkey a boxing fan. Like even when he's talking at this interview about Steel City when it first came. I mean Undisputed when it first came out. He was saying that he was gonna make sure that Undisputed was better than EA on Fight Night. He said they don't want to listen to the fans. So that proves that he want the game to be better than what it is. But it seemed like Ash pushed Turkey out. He said, no, you can help us promote the game, but you can't have hands-on with anything else with the game. That's what it seemed like what happened with Turkey. So Turkey went and got the guy from Japan. Let me see. Esports boxing
Yo,
saying
but
specifically referring to the champions. Poe mentioned, I just don't think respect to the sport of boxing enough to consider in them. That I misread that. You're only putting in certain fighters. Yeah, that's why I'm saying they should have older fighters. They have a older fighter. The like two of the modern day fighters, and then you had like stars, like boxing stars, like more modern day, like two, like Floyd era on up, stars like that. That's how they should mix it in. But whoever's doing their marketing and stuff, like I keep saying, they're not a boxing fan. That's why you need boxing fans in the studio. Even CB, CB is too reserved. I see CB,
the
he's like reserved, and he be asking me stupid questions. Like when I was in the Undisputed, he's like, Poe, when the last time you played a game? What does that have to do with how the company is running? What games do you play? What do they have to do with anything? It makes no sense. You deflecting. I'm like, you talking to me like I'm a little kid. Don't talk to me like I'm a little kid. You're deflecting. You're not doing your job. You're pretending you're doing your job right. Like Ash's daughter was getting mad at me about certain things, but I was telling the truth. I'm not gonna lie to you. She doing marketing, whoever doing marketing and advertising, they're not doing their job right. They're really not doing their job right. I'm better at marketing, which I know I am, at marketing and advertising than they are. Because you can look at, if you look at this my posts and stuff, you be like, oh, he know how to do advertisement. He know how to do marketing. I know how to market stuff. I know how to advertise stuff. I have business. I mean, I had a business. And I still do things on the side. Honestly, SCI does respect the sport of boxing. No, they don't. See, I got a heart icon in front of your post, so I don't know what's going on. Um, doesn't respect the sport of boxing enough to even try. See, it's Ash at one time he respected the sport. It's like other people start coming in his ear. Pause. Start getting in his ear saying things. And
Well, you know, if you think about it, in terms of if it's a cat, okay, is we're gonna say there's a significant casual base. Actually, what do you think is bigger right now, the casual base or the hardcore base for this game?
They saying casual. I don't see it. I think it's kind of even. I think it's kind of
Okay.
even.
The
'Cause when you,
casual, if anything, is why you don't see guys like you mentioned Armstrong, right? If they're catering to the casual base, they're catering to pop culture trends. Then
yeah,
whatever's pop culture, that's what they're looking at. So who is the current guys? Like the fact that Jake Paul was able to weasel himself into the game, you know what I mean? He's part of pop culture and it's boxing.
yeah. And they were
But
talking
that's what
early in the development. They were saying we're not gonna have no YouTubers in our game. I remember Todd specifically said that we're not having YouTubers in this game. He said we don't need them. We're gonna have real boxers in this game. Even when because when me and Ash had our relationship that we was actually talking, Ash was saying that the karate people that he had in the game, the MMA people he had, they were just placeholders. Why do you think we don't have them right now? He would have slid them into these DLCs, but they were just placeholders. He probably paid them off and told them to go on about their way. Sometimes people gotta use common sense instead of just, a lot of people they're going off their feelings. I'm going off of conversations that I had. I can't pretend I didn't have these conversations. Yeah. So what week of the October you think we're gonna get that, like the second week? I think they always drop something like the second week, not the first week.
I thought it was delayed. I thought I saw something recently. Whatever they're gonna do is delayed.
Oh yeah?
Isn't that the latest? Let me see here.
I ain't see that, but if it is, it's because they trying to add something to it because people asking. They say that's all we getting is fighters. So they got it because it's not gonna do well the way the game is and how people are getting angry at the way the game is. The DLC is not gonna sell that well. You're gonna have like two or three people that like, I gotta buy the game so the company can stay afloat. This is a $500 million company now. You could say that they're a $500 million company. So he said you don't care unless it's current. That's what East Boxing said. He said Slug don't care nothing about anything unless it's current.
What's on their website? Undisputed Championship Edition. Coming soon. Still coming August. Not August. October the 21st.
Oh, it's coming the 21st. So that's three.
I
That's
understand October 21st.
I hate when people say, "What game have we played that replicates the genre so great that it makes undisputed trash?" Are you talking about boxing or in general? Because NBA 2K is doing a great job at making things look better than what it was. If we're going from sport for sport, NBA 2K is doing a great job. Sport for sport, MLB this MLB's baseball game is doing a great job. So what excuse are you trying to give Steel City? To me, a lot of these people, they're like protecting Steel City. You're not helping them. It's like me going out every day, somebody's picking at my son, and I'm fighting the guy for my son. He's not gonna get better. He's not gonna be able to handle stuff. That makes no sense. Like y'all really defending a broken game. He said can't be
Yeah,
in the loop. You
yo,
said
I
2K.
I find it so strange that there's they're sending what undisputed championship edition that there's gonna be some feature, but they don't mention it on their website.
Yeah, they're not gonna mention
What's
it
the
because it's supposed to be. But
why?
that's another. They're not
Well,
gonna.
here's what I'm gonna say. Why? If the whole idea, like going back to the whole thing about advertising and marketing, why would if you're doing an improvement to the game, why wouldn't you fucking advertise that? You
Yeah,
know what I
with
mean?
them. But I'm like to be honest, EA used to do that too. They tell you all the features. They'll like give you a little bit of something, but they're not gonna give you the features. They want they want some stuff to be a surprise. But they passed that. To me, still cities past that. No, they don't. This why y'all keep saying that the NBA community hates 2K. They don't hate. It's like if anything, I say like 70-30. But they don't. A lot of people like guys that I know that are like Brian Mazik. He's a huge basketball fan and basketball player. He loves the game. He said they're doing a lot of things better than what they were doing because there's a little bit starting to fall off because they start catering to get that money. A lot of people, when they say the game is bad, they keep saying DLC and microtransaction. What does that have to do with gameplay? Stop lumping microtransactions and mechanics together. Just say you hate the microtransactions. Stop saying you hate the whole game. It makes no sense to me. He said just old heads rambling. I'm happy to be old. I'm happy. People acting like they shame you for saying, Bob saying you're old. I'm happy to be old. Let me see. Esports Boxer said it wouldn't matter what game you said. Undisputed Soul is going to say it sucks and his game is better. Just look at and this game is better. What's up, Freddie G? Appreciate you for coming through. You said the problem is y'all in the business of having fun and playing games. There is the business of making money. It will never align.
Yo, what
I
I
don't
want to
understand.
know,
I don't understand what do you
what is
mean by that.
anyone know what the championship edition special feature is gonna be? How come nobody knows? I want to figure this out.
No, nobody, because I think they was alluding to that in the interview. And Ash
You
asked
know,
Will. He said,
yeah.
"Are we gonna have?" Ash didn't even know they was gonna have features. He said, "Are we gonna have features in this?" And then Will told him, "Yeah, we're gonna have extra features." Now that right there is crazy. You should know
Oh,
everything about your game. Let me see. Yeah, this is another thing that's annoying when people say the game gotta be fun. So you think a boxing fan don't see boxing as fun? You think a person that plays chess doesn't see chess as fun? I'm trying to understand when people keep saying they gotta make it fun. Fun for who? What is fun to you? Why not have options? That's another thing. I'm like, why are y'all not asking for options? You trying to force people to play a way they don't supposed to. So you get mad at a person like me that say, well, they should just have a hardcore mode. When y'all be mad if that was the case? And then y'all say, well, no, they should balance it and have a hybrid game. When you make a hybrid game, it always leans towards arcade. No matter how you try to make it, it always leans toward
Yep,
arcade.
that's true.
Let me see. He said it doesn't come out until what the? Oh, he talking about. Well, I guess what we was talking about. They have time to announce the features. Oh, he's saying they have time to announce the features because we got until the 21st. I don't think they're gonna announce the features because they want everybody to be, oh wow, they want to have the shock value. If
Yo,
they're supposed
yo,
to say anything about the features, should have been in.
I think that the fact they don't set thing, there is nothing. I think it's just nothing.
I
I
won't be
can't.
shocked. I won't be surprised. They got y'all thinking this we getting a feature and it might not,
Yeah.
Yo, that would be
Basically, we're
funny.
giving you we're giving you a 2025 Crawford. That's what we're getting.
Yeah, that's crazy. And they
I'll
they
take
can
it.
get it
I get it
off.
for free. I'll
And,
take it. I ain't complaining. I'll take it,
and
but I
they
want to know what else.
yeah, but and they could get that off because nobody will complain about it except for us. You're gonna have people that would accept anything they do. If they give you Crawford and he only got one shoe on and win his draws, people still gonna say, man, all right, I'll take it. It just don't make no sense. Ash didn't say he didn't know about the features as if they had been announced yet. All right, thanks for correcting me.
80
But
20.
still,
So
he
when you
should
say
have.
80-20, are you saying 80%, 80 arcade, 20% simulation? You gotta flip that around then.
But this the thing that always get me when people start putting numbers like that. That means you just jumped around the whole thing of we should have a hardcore mode, we should have an arcade mode. It shouldn't. If it's gonna be a split, it should be the arcade and the hardcore. Let them play the
Yo,
game
yo,
they
let
want.
let's define this. Let's define what makes a game arcade. If we talk about boxing,
If it don't look like what you see in the boxing ring, that's what arcade is to me. And over exaggeration with the health, over exaggeration with the punches that you've never seen a boxer do. Then you have
finishers, they give
your
you like a
finish.
star or something. You could get a little star, and you could use it to throw like a big signature punch. That's an arcade mechanic for sure.
Uh,
No, I'm just trying to figure out all these. Like, what are the arcade mechanics?
what do you mean, Freddie G? I understand. I'm trying to understand what's going on.
Arcade mechanic. Push one button to block. That's an
Yeah,
arcade. That's an arcade mechanic. Right now we have what? We'll say two buttons to block.
yeah.
Arcade mechanic.
Oh, I don't think it showed up that way. Freddie G. I don't think it showed up.
Yeah, 80. Okay, 80% simulation, 20. All right. But okay. So the 20% arcade. What would those 20% be arcade then? If we were to get a boxing sim, everything, what would the 20% be then in terms of the arcade features? It's almost like you have to either build a game arcade or you have to build a sim. That's it.
That's what I think because it's going to lean towards one, and more than likely, and this not only me saying it. I remember Brian Hayes, Brizzo, that made Fight Night Champion, Fight Night Round 4, and he came on in Fight Night Round 3. He was saying it's going. You're right, Poe. It's going to lean towards arcade. It's going to lean toward arcade. Let me see. Oh, Clockwork came in. Um, You have to realize it is also a
Yo,
game. Oh, come on, man. Yo, man. I hate when people do that. I hate when. Why do it's
no, no.
it's not your fault. It's not you. But I hear game developers that be saying the same complaints I'm saying. They thought Steel City was brand. They was like, yo, they were happy for Steel City. EA developers, they was happy for Steel City. 2K developers, Konami developers, they were happy for 2K. I mean, Steel City. Now then you get these, fans. They start protecting the company. If you don't have nothing to model your game after, and you just say it's just a game, then you're not going to push any further. You're just going to be like, well, this is what we're making, and we're not going to, look at it the way that fans want it to be like a game. Once you start saying game is just a game, it's just a game. Well, all right, why did we move past the Activision boxing? Remember the two W's boxing? They moved past that. They didn't say it's just a game. We're not going to move past that. When you try to simulate a sport, you simulate a sport. Imagine if they say Madden is just a game and they're not trying to make the game better. Too many of y'all want an arcade fighter. Y'all don't want to think. I'm not trying to throw arrows or throw missiles at you. But a lot of y'all don't want to think strategically when y'all boxing. Boxing about being strategic. But a lot of y'all play strategic when y'all playing a fighting game. This is the thing that bugs me out the most. When I see people playing Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, and all these games, they're being strategic when they're fighting. But then when it comes to a boxing game, now, oh, it's just a game. We don't want this in the game. Come on, man. Stop. You want too much. Yeah, I want the game to be strategic to a boxing game. If you're fighting Mike Tyson, if Mike Tyson was in the game, you got to be strategic to beat him. You're not going to beat Mike Tyson the same way he's coming at you. But I know an arcade fan, they're going to try to bully Mike Tyson. They're trying to fight him. They're not trying to fight him like Holyfield fought him or like what's his name? Buster Douglas did. They're not going to use those tactics. That's when strategy comes in play.
Yo, Clockwork, you said that you can't have a 100% sim game because there are things that do not translate to a game well.
How do you know?
Tell me one thing. I want to know one thing that doesn't translate well. Just tell me one.
Exactly. He said esports boxers, they are literally
No,
flight.
I know he's gonna give me one. I'm waiting to see what the one is. Number one. I don't even want your number one. I just want to see one thing that doesn't translate well.
See, look, what's going to say? Games have to be fun. You want full sim. So you're not a boxing fan. Right then and there, you prove to me you're not a boxing fan. You're not a boxing fan. You can't tell me you're a boxing fan. He says step into a boxing gym. That right there showed me you're not listening to me. I box. Who are you talking to? I box. Step into a boxing gym. I box. I got 3 golden gloves. Do you know what a golden gloves is? How hard they are to get? I have a diamond. I had 3 diamond gloves. Do you know how hard they are to get? They have a diamond in it. I have a state championship. 3 belts. Do you know how hard that they are to get? So when you're telling me stuff about boxing not fun, I used to love to box. I used to go in the gym, love sparring. And if you don't believe me, ask Shannon Briggs, ask Ray Mercer. Howard David passed away. But there's so many people. Ask Maurice Harris, but I'm pretty sure you don't know him because you don't know boxing. Right there by what you said, it doesn't make sense. It's boxers that love boxing. When you see Terrence Crawford, he's training. He's smiling. He loves boxing. You see people spar. I used to love sparring. Everybody used to be scared to spar Shannon Briggs and Ray Mercer. I used to love sparring. I used to spar them back to back. So people be saying stuff, they going off of just making up scenarios. I don't know if you saying stuff just to make me angry or what.
Yo, anybody in the chat, give one example of something that doesn't translate well. If it's like something we say that's something that's a sim feature in boxing or boxing, the sport of boxing itself, what wouldn't translate well into a video game? I just want to see one comment on it. I'm very curious.
He said, if you don't agree with them, you're wrong. Come on, man. Everybody got, you're saying what you say, but I don't got to agree with it.
Yeah, I'm just waiting to hear one person. But here's the thing. Seeing that nobody wants to give one example, right? Here's what I was coming to. Even if they gave me an example, it was gonna come to this anyways.
Yo, hold on for a second. Hold up. He said football is not fun either. You don't like football. Football was fun. I used to play football before I started boxing. I used to play football in the streets. We used to play on the concrete. We used to play in the snow. I love football. I used to love football. So what are you talking about? It's not fun. It is fun. Football players, it's fun to them. What are you saying? You're going by how you feel.
Okay, here we go. All right, here we go. Clockwork says parries in every game so far have not translated well. If damage in the game was realistic, OT would not translate as well. So here's the thing. What doesn't translate well is when they're designing the game with microtransaction mechanics. That's the bigger picture that you're not getting. So this is why you can't, the real reason why you can't go 100% sim, because you guys have grown up with games from small, playing with the microtransaction, that you think you've been normalized to it. So that's the bigger picture. You could say parries, this and that. Well, the reality is that it becomes down to microtransactions. You cannot give a perfect sim just based on that.
What's called? he said, Poe, he don't like. Well, I'm adding. He said he don't like football. He don't like boxing. He likes games, and only the current ones. That's funny. Bud don't even care.
Clockwork. Hey, Clockwork, you know what? You have to cover more. Do some more research on Overhand Interactive. I want to see more news on those guys, because if we're talking about parries in every game hasn't translated so far, the way I saw that game, that gaming engine, the boxing engine they have right now for Overhand Interactive, they might be able to pull off a very fluent parry system.
Yeah. Oh,
not something that's not like it doesn't feel like a frame. Then it feels like it's almost like a combination system. Then we'll say sticky hands. If you were to conceptualize it into video games, you could kind of think of it as sticky hands to a certain extent.
Yeah.
Nobody's probably ever tried to translate it in that sense.
But a lot of these things people don't realize. They're intentionally added to the game. These design flaws, like with Fight Night Round 3 when they had the parry freeze, the parries looked good, but then they had to add that extra, the boxer freeze up and stuff. The parries they were doing well with the game, and I think and they had parries in the early version of in the ESPC. They had parries in, I can't remember, but they had parries in the
But
game.
there's no footage. I don't think there's any footage of parries from even the ESPC.
Okay. Well, I must be just reaching there,
Let me
but
see.
I didn't understand the question. What are you asking? What does it translate over
I want to
to?
know.
It could
I feel
translate. It's
overhand
development.
interactions.
It's development. It's not that it don't translate, because a parry is an easy motion capture thing that you can add. It's the development. My thing is people always assuming stuff, but me, they'd be like, "You don't know what you're talking about." I used to have full range conversation with the EA developers. I have full range and conversation with 2K, even though 2K we just were talking about sports in general. But I had with EA, I was talking about the Fight Night game. Why you not doing this? Why you not doing that? I'm the reason why EA got the wish list that I sent them. People don't. I keep telling. It's like no matter what you say. If I said I own 2K, I mean if I own EA and I really did, they still gonna argue with me.
Yo, Poe, do you think what Clockwork is saying is right? He's saying that so going back to the parries, he's saying it doesn't translate well because it becomes a 50-50 mix up, and it gives the players the ability to parry every punch. Is that what would happen? That it would turn that the parry system it would be so overpowered that somebody would be able to figure out how to block every punch?
No,
Was
I
that
don't think
arcade, or is that, or if it was the play, if the gameplay was to play out like that, that's really arcade balancing then, versus if you have a
but it's not
simulation
arcade to
balancing.
me. If I'm now check it, I'm gonna use this scenario. If somebody came into the
Well, hold on,
gym,
hold on, hold on, Paul. What he's describing really, it goes back to these guys. They're block shields. It's almost
yeah,
like the concept of a block shield. So that's what he's really saying. I would say.
yeah, but I've seen people put their hand out, parrying punches, just keeping their hand out, measuring people and stuff. It should
Yo, you
be
could do
on
that over
you.
interactive, eh? You could do that
Yeah,
over interactive.
yeah. It should be on you to stop a person. They keep talking about what a person can do, but you're not asking why can I defend against what they're doing. If a person come in the gym when I was boxing that didn't know something, I'm gonna do anything that he allowed me to do. If even if I'm a step above him in my knowledge, I'm gonna do what he allowed me to do. If I put my hand out there tapping him with the, got my hand out. Any other boxers, they're gonna come over my parry. They're gonna boom, hit me right over top of it. And that is the thing that I'm talking about. When people talking about, well, parry's it's not done right, it's not overpowered. I mean, it's overpowered. It's not implemented right. You're not talking about what can beat a parry. Why aren't they putting things in that can beat a parry? There are ways to beat parries. Then people be like, well, the uppercut is overpowered. Now you're talking to a person that I was a short heavyweight. And ask me why was not keep getting rocked by uppercuts? Because I was blocking. I was blocking uppercuts, deflecting uppercuts. That's why. Y'all asking for the wrong things to be taken out instead of the right things to be added. And then even if they agree with what I'm saying and be like, yeah, you know what, Poe? We're going to add that. Now you're going to have people like, no, we don't want that. It's not going to be fun to you. It's not going to be fun to you if they add these things with the options. And what y'all, and a lot of these people, and they're talking about, no, we don't need an option. We just need one mode. You're forcing a person to play a mode they don't want to play. It's okay to have two different modes. He said that wasn't the question. The question was one thing that doesn't translate. Parent does translate. Parent does translate to the game. It's just that
Well,
they
he
didn't.
doesn't.
They
He's
just didn't
because
implement it.
he's saying it doesn't translate because he's saying that no matter what will happen, the parry would turn into some kind of it could be abused. Then it could be they'll figure out how to make it block every punch. That's what he's predicting, right?
But
He's saying he's, and you know what? That kind of shows you too. The mindset is that people. That's how people play the game. They're figuring how to. They're just figuring where are all the flaws of the game that I can use it to my advantage, as opposed to okay, we're trying to play it as a sport.
yeah, but my thing is they keep looking at things like, oh, he keep popping the jab. They were saying, I hear people complaining about somebody jabbing 2 or 3 times, 3 or 4 times. If you letting them hit you, he should jab you 20 times. My uncle always taught me when I was boxing, a lot of y'all talking from arcade game mechanics, or y'all not even watching boxing matches. Larry Holmes used to hit people with 4 or 5 punches. If he was hitting you with them jabs, that's because you had poor defense. You should be asking for better defense. But that's not what y'all want. Y'all want rock'em, sock'em robots, and then y'all keep saying, no, we don't want that. Yes, you do.
Yo, Freddie G. The thing you're saying about how guys are moving in the game, like Ali, like everyone's trying to make Wilder go like Ali. One thing I'll say is, although you can't do it online, play the game offline, play it over the shoulder. That'll change the whole perspective. Now you have to start thinking in an actual 3D perspective now, as opposed to what we're doing right now. We're playing on we're playing the game very 2D right now, and then it kind of and then it kind of spins a little bit. But if you play it over the shoulder, you're gonna get the real perspective of the game.
Yeah. Um, every single game that has had a parry system had them removed has removed it because it was overpowered. It wasn't overpowered. You just see again, you're not listening to what I'm saying. It's not overpowered. Parody is not overpowered. It's just that the fans, people don't like thinking. They don't like to be strategic. And my thing is, if you're going to remove something, it should be removed from a certain part. If people want to play that way with the arcade mode, let them play. If they want to play that way at the hybrid mode, let them play that way. I'm pretty
So
sure the hardcore boxing fan is not going to complain about it in a hardcore mode.
so clockwork. Tell me what is the ultimate flaw in all these parry systems? Like what is it what is it that they've been making? What is the mistake all these gaming companies have been making all these years now? They're always building around something that's the linchpin of it. What exactly is the linchpin of this parry system? Can we even can we build it a different way so that it could work?
Yeah, what would be your way of it working right? Because
Well, I
my
don't want to. I want before I even want. I want to know what is that. What exactly is it that the gamer that they know it's there all the time, that so they could abuse it. Like, what is it? That's the flaw right there. I want to know what it is.
And if you talk about parrying, how about people like Lennox Lewis? What's his name? Joe Joyce put his hand out there. Stuff like that. And he keeps saying the parrying was implemented wrong, but then it goes to you're not really listening to me by saying that I talked to the developers. And it's like, okay, you talked to the developers. I talked to them about all these mechanics that they added to the Fight Night game.
Yo, Poe. Clockwork said the mistake is that it's 50-50 parries, body and head, and you could parry every punch. So
what you mean every punch? Because every punch, realistically,
so basically 50 meaning okay, you can only it's the same up and down blocking you're talking about. So it's going to be the same up and down parry system. So then okay, here we go. If they change it to 6 points, so 6 areas to defend. So that's all that's stopping it then, right? And
so
look, now here's the thing, Clockwork. I had to pull teeth to get that out of you because you don't want to say it. Look how long it took you. But the thing is, if no one knows how to ask the right questions, you would lead everybody to believe that it's not possible. And all it was a simple thing as 6 regions then.
yeah.
So there you go.
No, see Shorty in the house. Yo, they were praising your game in here, man. What's up, love? See, appreciate you, man. Yeah, they was praising your game in here. I just wish you had more funding and people, give you more support. I think your support should be kicking up because a lot of people talking about your game recently.
Yo, smooth.
Hey,
Let me
Smooth,
ask you this.
what's up?
Let me ask you this. Seeing that you developed the game on Unity, do you think that it's possible to develop an online game on Unity that wouldn't have the desync we're seeing with Undisputed? Is it possible that it?
Jordan? Yeah, but we going back to this parrying thing. It's on the developers. I keep telling you, when Brizzle them, that the reason why it didn't look good, for one, you had to freeze when you parry something. It freezes you off. That was removed because of that, not because of the parry itself. That's why it was removed. Was you trying to join the You trying to join the talk show Undisputed Slug? Let me see.
Yeah, but okay, so but you haven't got that point. But just based on what you're seeing out there, just on the subject itself, people who are all into Unity and shit, right? Is it possible to actually build a competent online game based on a competent online fighting game with physics engines, with the physics engine on this Unity system? Is it possible? And when I say possible, better than what Undisputed is doing right now in terms of that desync issue.
Let me see. Give me a second. I'm about to send what's called a link. I hate sending that long link. Is it a shorter link that I could send them?
For what?
For
The broadcast?
to come on here.
I think all you have to do is send on your web browser. You should see AppShoe studio and a number, right? Like it's a link at the top.
Yeah,
That should take them, right?
that should pull them right in, right? Let me
Actually,
see.
hold on. Let me test it out. Hold on. Yeah, I think this is it here. I'll send you on Discord.
That
I
I
think
ain't even
that's the
got
link.
that. I gotta type it out because I can't do it on my computer. Let me see. Yeah, y'all do that survey so we can prove to what's called that what they saying is wrong. But I know a lot of people gonna do the total opposite just to be spiteful. Let me see. Like, let me see. Yeah, so what y'all think about the moving over to Unreal Engine? Because
Well,
that wasn't Ash's original vision. I mean, his original vision wasn't to jump to a newer game. It was always
what
that
the
he was.
question? Well, the question is this: how much money did they save? See, this was really what if it was like it was really like an indie project, ESBC.
Yeah,
So the thing is, when you look at the what do you call it? The two platforms, the Unity and the Unreal, it's cheaper to develop on Unity.
yeah, it is. Oh yeah, let me ask Lord C. Shorty this. This is something I want to ask him. You remember the ESBC version of the game? You remember them graphics and all that? Do you think that was Unity or do you think that was Unreal Engine? Do you think Unity is capable of having graphics that in depth?
What is a parody of a fighter? If you're a parody of Ali, a parody of Fury, a parody of Wilder, why would you make a parody of them? Those are real people.
Yeah, that don't make sense.
I ain't getting it unless it's like unless you're talking about you remember that guy Weird Al. He used to do parodies of people's videos.
Yeah, yeah. I
So I don't
thought.
know if that
See,
was
even you. I think it was. I think it was Unreal, and then the developer at that time left. I think they pushed them out because I gave them a developer. I sent a couple of developers because I be on LinkedIn. I sent them over to Steel City, and they were good at Unity. And being that Aimbot wasn't that good at Unity, they went with Aimbot Vision.
he means parody like the judge in my game. Oh, okay, okay. I see.
Yeah, I think a lot of companies don't do like that no more because they find a way to still sue you. They said everybody know what that name means. That's why I think at one point EA when they had a character because they were doing that. But at one time they just put the number up there, a number, but you know it is the character by the way that they was playing.
Yep. Post the
I just
link.
posted the link.
The link is there.
It's probably not up there the way that he wanted to be because I posted it the way we see it, but it got the H. Let me see.
It's probably it's not like an active link. He probably wants an active link maybe, but it's
Yeah, yeah. Just by pressing it, you should be able to go to it. Say that's not the official link.
yo. I tested it out. I tested it out in a private browser, and it took me straight to the studio.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's the same link I pushed on Discord. I'm gonna test it again. One sec. Unless because it's missing the HS. What do you call it? The very
Yeah, that's what I was
beginning.
thinking.
Maybe that's triggering it. But
Got
when I
put.
put it into my browser, it works.
Yeah, this gonna be funny. Freddie G, this gonna be funny. Let's see, H. I think what's called because I was saying that Undisputed should do the survey, and they're not gonna do it because you do a survey, it makes you do what you don't want to do, and unless you try to finesse the survey and say no, this what they mean, no, this what they want, and stuff like that. But other than that, Undisputed, I don't think they will ever do a survey. And when people say certain things, oh, survey means nothing, it means a lot. I'm not going off for how I feel. I'm going off for dealing with surveys.
Yo, Undisputed Slug, just take the link and type it in your browser. You gotta type it in. That's the only way you're gonna be able to do it. That's the link. Yes, we're on Discord. Where's your type your Discord here or somewhere, and we'll send it to you.
He should definitely be able to get it from Discord.
What's your Discord, Undisputed Slug?
Yeah, I like what I saw, Freddie G. While I was arguing at the screen. People don't realize me as a former boxer and everything. That's why when I look at the videos of boxers playing Undisputed, I watch their face. People not watching the reactions. They feel the same way I feel. I see them, they're like, it's all right. They're not satisfied with the game. Boxers,
All right,
they're
Slug.
not satisfied. Appreciate you for taking Freddie G. You can't. It was 15 pages. I didn't realize it. That's what That's what AJ Paxson said. He said Poe is too long. But I ain't want to lose. I didn't want to leave no error. I didn't want to leave no room for them to say, well, this or well that. Sure, it was gonna be longer than that, but I had to cut myself short. Because there's a lot of things that I didn't add that most surveys have. Like in the beginning, should have asked you, what's your age? What's your gender? And, stuff like that. I didn't add that. How did you feel about boxing and, stuff like that?
Yo, Sluggo, I can't. Your name's not pulling up on Discord. Unless it's a zero. Let me try this. Yeah, okay, I see. It's a zero. One sec. I was
You
putting
just
go.
type in talk shoe and then type our
I still can't find it, man.
yeah, type in talk shoe. Nah,
Here, yo,
man.
here. Yo,
I ain't
Slug, here.
invest
Slug,
nothing
do you see my
in
name?
no gaming
Hold on, hold on.
PC, no PS5. My son, when he left, he took his PS5 and he took his gaming PC. And I
There,
said,
Slug. You see my name? That's me on Discord. That same name you see on YouTube. Send it to me.
yeah, my son, he took everything. So I'm like, if Undisputed is good enough or whatever, I invest in getting the game or something. But then I said, nah, I'll wait. And your game definitely was. It was worth. I should have got it on that, just on that alone. But then I know I would have been like, I would have played your game. Then people start
Oh,
wanting me to play Undisputed, and then that's when it would have started.
Slug with a double G.
Because people think if I play the game, it's going if I like play Undisputed, it's gonna make the game better in my mind. Me, that's not things. That's not how I see things. Even though I'm very imaginative because I'm an artist, I write stories, I write poetry. I draw pictures, I paint, and I do all that stuff. So I think about stuff. That's why, like even yesterday when I had a fight, I said, if I fight this Joker, I see scenarios play out before they happen. Cause I was like on attack mode yesterday, but I said, nah, I got a wife, I got a son. It ain't worth it. Yeah, you're right.
There, I just sent Slug the thing.
My man Leafy was telling me I might be able to pull it up on my game. I mean, on my computer that I got. I just gotta erase a couple of things. And me, I'm like a hoarder when it comes to stuff that I do. Cause I got a lot of stuff that I be like. I got mad recipes up here because I write. I'm trying to write a cookbook, and I got a lot of artwork that I did or memes and stuff. But I gotta back that up. That's what I think I'm gonna get next month. I'm gonna get me a hard drive and back up all my stuff and free up space on my computer.
There we go.
Yeah, there you go. This gonna be funny. I know it is.
You know what it is? Okay.
What's up, Slug? Man, when you say Slug, man, I didn't think you was gonna look like who you are. Word up, I thought. Yeah. Man, you look like one of the jokers on the street that I get in an argument with every day. I thought you was gonna be somebody from suburbia. Yo, hold on, I gotta take you off mute.
Yo, my bad, my bad. You can hear
Yeah,
me?
yeah, I get you.
Yeah, my fault, y'all. But much respect to y'all too, man. I ain't no here to troll or do all that bullshit. You feel me? Like
Yeah, yeah,
that.
yeah.
That ain't this, bro.
You from New Orleans?
Yeah, nah, hell no. I'm from Savannah, Georgia. It's about the
Oh,
same shit though.
yeah, the
But
same talk. That's
yeah,
how beats
yeah.
be talking. Beats
But
be
shit,
talking
man, I
like
ain't gonna
that.
lie, y'all boys. My only thing, man, only piece I wanted to clear, man, is like, man, I just be hating how people be downing the shit out the game, but it's like for it to be a boxing game and really, this shit physics based, like they be saying. So it's like
No
it's gonna
more.
be damn near impossible, bro, to replicate what's going on in the actual ring compared to input it into a video game. So hear me out, folks.
Yeah, you know I was
If
about to cut you off.
listen. If we were to mocap you and put you into undisputed, bro, it would still be a problem. Your every movement that you have and every which way you operate in the ring, bro, it
Yeah.
would be. You would look at it and be like, bro, that's not me. It's not me because
All
it's
right.
almost impossible to replicate at least such a sporadic moving sport like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's a combat sport, bro.
All right. Now,
And
now, let
hey
me.
yo, you know what replicates it? But that almost replicates it when you play the
It's
boxing VR games,
hold on,
and
hold on,
then
hold on.
and then when people say, and then when people see how they move in the boxing VR games, they realize, oh, you know what I mean? It's more difficult than I thought it was because you
Listen,
never look the same. You never look the same. You'll never look like a professional boxer.
but listen, okay, I hear you, but check it. The difference is between like a boxing game and maybe like other sports genres, right? It's not just one of one characters. So even if you're playing basketball or football or MLB, you're only user controlling one aspect of that game, which is that
Yeah.
player. The rest is preset, regardless of what you do and how you do it. The shit is preset. And I'm figuring it's just the same with the boxing shit, bro. It's like you can only control and input X, Y, and Z, but for the most part, a lot of the game is going to be preset regardless. Like
So 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 what has to
no matter
yo?
how
So what
real
has
you
to be
try to make a
preset?
Madden, you can't replicate real life NFL scenarios, bro. You can't.
Right.
You can't. Just like in boxing, bro. It's like you can't replicate what punch will daze somebody. What punch, you get what I'm saying? What move will really evade this or that? Because it's so detailed, bro, to replicate. You get what I mean?
I know what you
Well,
saying.
here's the thing. Yeah, but here's the thing. Just now, that guy, what's his name, Orion something, he was saying we can never have a parry system. Is
Right.
that something you think that like a parry system, something that has to be
Right.
preset?
Check it,
We
bro.
can't,
Yeah,
we
like
can't
in
give, we
any
can't give it.
system. Yeah, no, that they don't. We don't need no pet. It's y'all. Oh, you not a boxing fan. This, that, and third. But exactly what dude's saying, bro. Just like with the like this up down blocking shit, bro. It's not gonna. It's only gonna do. It's only gonna make people exploit the game in a different way, bro. Like it's only gonna add another feature for somebody to parry every
But
time you
isn't that,
box.
but wait, isn't the up and down blocking the preset? Isn't that an example of the preset?
Right, but check it though. It's preset, just like I'm going back to my point with other video games because everyone doesn't have the IQ to know what if you're on a football field, bro, and you're controlling a lineman, bro. Everyone doesn't have the IQ or the control to know what a safety needs to do during the play, what a lineman needs to do, what a linebacker needs to do. So just as in boxing, everybody doesn't know to put up a shield left or right. You get what I mean? If someone's
Yeah.
throwing a right hook so they have to preset it to
But
make it
the
more
game
friendly.
can't teach you that. But the game can't teach you that with a proper like a little guide like how Fight Night used to do it.
No, absolutely, but check it. But that doesn't instill the IQ though, bro. Like the shit that Poe knows is instilled from his experience, and that shit is second nature. You get
Yeah.
what I mean? He had to train over and over and over and over and over again to understand that shit. Most people that pick up a controller, bro, they're not trying to understand the shit. You get what I'm saying? They're not trying to understand why I need to block like this or Why should I parry this? They're not thinking of that, bro. So to make a game more complicated to where, okay, well, damn, should I slip? Should I weave? Should I parry? The average motherfucker, they don't know. So L2. You
Yeah,
get what
but
I'm
that
So
saying?
should
okay,
be
so so
that should
so
be a
okay, so then
mode.
let me
That should be
so
their mode. We
I
shouldn't
agree. I agree. I agree.
punish a hardcore fan because like I keep saying, we keep using 15 years ago as the the way technology is today. Every
Right.
time I talk to it, like on LinkedIn, go on LinkedIn, I tell everybody, if you want to talk to developers, go to LinkedIn. You could talk to almost any developer you want to.
Right.
I supposed to have one that came on here, but he has to clear with EA. EA said they got to clear it. You know, they got to watch my videos and stuff. So by watching my videos, he ain't coming on here. But
but
you
yeah,
know,
but
they know how I am. They know how I am. I'm gonna ask him the questions that he's not supposed to tell.
Right.
And I
Right.
said,
Right.
I can't get on your show and I can't talk about if we making a new fight night. I can't get on your show and tell you about this and that. But I'm like, why do you want to come on my show? Because he asked me. He contacted me and said, yo, I want to come on your show, Paul. He said he watched my interviews and everything. He said he watched these shows. So I'm saying that's a good thing that developers are watching these shows. And I'm pretty
Right.
sure.
My bad. That's another thing too, bro. We're playing a game, bro, that and I mean, and it almost, and I hate to bring it up, I don't want to compare it, but it's almost like 2K. If you believe that Mike Wang or Chang Wang is any fan of the sport or has really any development of basketball, is the reason why the game is the way it is, bro. So when you got people in the studios that don't know much about the actual sport, like the sport, you get what I'm saying? Not the visual cue of the sport, but the
Yeah,
actual sport.
yeah. But I
You're
know
gonna
five
have a
people
completely
there.
different
It's
mind.
five
Like,
people there. They all basketball players. Dazar, that's my homie. Dazar, he's a basketball player. Then they got this Caucasian guy. He's a basketball player. I forget his name. You know, they got like five people on the team that's basketball players. So the game should look more realistic.
check
And
it,
my
but it's not though, because everybody that picks up a controller doesn't know the sport of basketball, bro. Most people that watch basketball, they just know 3 point shoot, dunk. They don't really know the intricacies it takes to dribble a ball between your left and right, a crossover between your left and right, momentum between your left and right. They don't know. You get what I'm saying? So they
yeah,
had to make it arcadish. They had to make it. If you think about it, bro, 2K they tried to, but the last 2 or 3 years, bro, they tried to make this real life dribbling system and shooting system, bro. It's trashed out the game now because casual people, they don't understand that shit. They don't understand that you can't dribble the same side to your right. They don't understand that. Just like in boxing, people don't understand that you can't throw the same punch with the same hand at certain angles and expect the same outcome.
yeah,
It don't work like that. You get what I'm saying?
yeah,
But me watching TV or a video game, it does. So that's what they replicate. You know what I mean? People don't see in a boxing ring why or how a jab landed, or why or how this hook landed. They don't watch
yeah,
that shit. But first of all, it's too fast. So that's why I'm like,
yeah,
most people be talking, but I'm like, bro, real boxing people, bro, that sport is too fast to even. The sport is too fast to, unless you're replaying the match back, to
yeah,
really break down what you're looking at. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. But
And,
Ash
and
Ash had it so like he was saying, he basically took my model. I said you can make a hardcore fan out of a casual if the game is done right.
if for sure, for sure.
Because you can have all because you know I can't like when they say they can't
Hey, hey,
do the animations, that's a lie right now because of AI. You could do anybody animation, especially if they're not alive.
but hey, but this is probably another big disconnect though too, Poe. Check this, big homie. You're a boxing fan, right?
Yeah,
You're a boxer. I'ma say over half the people that play the game just like to fight. Even though fighting is in the sport of boxing, but boxing is a you learn to box.
Yeah,
That's a
yeah,
you get what I'm saying?
yeah,
So fighting, most people know how to fight. You
yeah.
get what I
That's
mean?
what they
Most people
want
know how
this
to
game
talk
to
shit
be.
and fight. It's
They want
mindless.
this game to be a fighting game.
It's mindless. People don't
Yeah,
want to think. It's mindless. The fight
yeah,
is mindless. It don't take
yeah,
much to fight no one, bro.
yeah,
But to box someone, bro, it takes a lot, bro.
yeah,
And I'm like, we keep people are, you know what I'm saying, we going back and forth in the community like, oh, we need this and we need that. But it's like we have to understand that, bro, half the people that's playing this game aren't real fans of the sport of boxing. They like to fight.
yeah.
So
So,
you adding more boxing intricacy, yeah, of course it makes more sense, but it'll drive away a lot more casual people that want to fight. You get
but
what
they
I'm
don't
saying?
leave anyway. They don't stick with sports games that long.
I
It's,
I
it's
I,
a proven fact that they don't stay that long. They
I,
just came
Yo,
back to fight
yo,
night,
what?
I
Hey,
think,
hey,
about 2 or 3
I
years
don't know,
ago.
dog. That's
yo,
true, but like, but check this though. So I don't know if you were a real big fan of Madden, right? So you remember when Madden came out with the pass vision with the quarterbacks, like when you used to
yeah.
drop back and actually have to make reads on your
Was that like,
receivers, and
what's
if you
that,
didn't
about
make the
7 years
proper
ago?
read,
It's
that
about
shit
7
you
years.
threw. Yeah, you threw some BS, bro. They took it out the game. You know why? Because that's too intricate, bro. People don't want to drop back and make reads, bro. They don't want to actually learn the sport of being the controller user of a quarterback. They just want to play the game. They just want to throw the ball. They don't want to go through what the quarterback has to go, just like with boxing. No one wants to have to go through exactly what a boxer has to go through, bro. And it's sad, but that's just the reality of how the gaming and how this shit be going. You get what I'm
But the
saying?
funniest thing, they act like they actually getting hit by the punches the way they be moving
The
around
way
the
they
ring.
fight, bro.
I'm like, yo, Joker running and running and running. I'm like, you're not getting hit.
Not getting hit,
Yo,
bro.
yo, Slug. Let me ask you this: this whole argument is so this whole argument you made is based on Undisputed, which is a 3D game. Not a 3, yeah, it's a 3D game. 2D, but a 3D
Yeah.
game. Does this
Right.
also
Right.
hold valid for if you're playing a VR game? If you're playing VR boxing, does it still hold weight?
As in what?
Well, when you play VR boxing, what happens? You're immersed now. You're actually it's a virtual ring now. You're immersed in the game now, so it changes everything in
Right.
terms of if you're talking about the boxing IQ part now.
Right. So what's the question? Like, what's if I missed it? Like,
Okay, so just now you said with Madden, right? You were
right.
talking about the about reading plays. They had to take it out because the casual player doesn't want to play that way.
Right.
So what is it? Okay, so what is it? Okay, right now in Undisputed, what is it the casual player doesn't want to do here?
I
Like if we
believe
go back to
it's actually learned like first of all, it's kind of you're always going to be a casual, bro, from just wanting to play the game. Like you have to
okay,
want to learn the game outside of the game, bro. Like that's just slick what it comes down to. Anybody that's studying a little bit more outside of the ring, then somebody in will typically have an advantage, bro.
Yeah,
So if you stepping into undisputed with even just no idea of the sport of boxing, bro, like that game will probably that game is halfway fun, even without you knowing nothing about boxing. You
yeah.
get what I'm
but you
saying?
could you're saying you could apply boxing to it. You could apply boxing IQ to that to Undisputed.
Absolutely. And those are the ones that typically flourish. I believe so. Me personally, like I don't know. I can't really watch through a video game and can tell who does, but you can tell with certain players who actually has a boxing IQ and those who are just fighting, pressing buttons or just playing a fighting game. Like
Yeah,
you can definitely tell, bro. If you have an eye for it, just like in football. If you watch a Madden game, you can kind of tell somebody who actually knows the sport outside of playing the video game. You get what I'm saying? Just by the formations they run, the ways they play. You get what I'm saying? The way they can manipulate the game to work for them. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's really the problem right now, bro. Most people that don't box or don't have no real IQ of the game, bro, they can't manipulate the game, so they want it to change. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But somebody like Box Eye Views, or I'm gonna say Proxes or any of them top names, people that actually like combat people, they just want so like they're like decent. The rest they can deal with they can deal with because they have the mind to
Right.
deal with it. You know what I'm saying? Somebody who only knows L2 to block and don't really know what a shell is, or you know what I'm saying, what a slip, what they're not interested in that shit, bro. Because they're like, for what? You know what I'm saying? Like, for what? Like it deems no purpose to them. You know what I'm saying? It's easier just to hold L2 up or down. You know what I'm saying? But to somebody that has an understanding of the sport, they're not going for that shit. Like why aren't we why the fuck isn't that it? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that's just how it's gonna go.
But
So for the set,
my thing is how they gonna retain having hardcore fans and the arcade fans, because the hardcore fan, they're leaving. They leaving with the casuals.
I don't I think hardcore fans gonna stick it out. They need to appease more casuals, bro. And the shit that they're doing is obviously just appeasing more casuals. Like, and,
because
I'm
the
not gonna lie,
referee,
I didn't play the like the early access, the release, but just from just watching it, me watching clips of it and actual whole streams of people playing that game. That shit looked like you needed a lot more boxing IQ. You look like you needed to be an actual hardcore fan to play that shit.
Yeah, because
Like
I was
I don't
whooping them
believe it.
kids.
I believe if that game was how it is, what it is today, it wouldn't be what it is. Like if they didn't dumb it down, I don't believe we'd be probably fucking talking about that game. If they didn't dumb it down enough to have regular motherfuckers just playing that shit. You get what I'm saying? If they just stuck to everybody that know the fucking game, which is a 1%, they'll stay, and they
No,
know that. They
but say,
know that.
you doing the ass, you dropping the numbers down. It's more hardcore fans than but ass drop that. I was like, yo, what is he talking about? There's a lot of people was in an uproar about that. It's more players than he think that they're boxing fans.
And I believe a lot of them play offline too. That was another little argument too. Like
Exactly.
I believe a lot of OGs, like a lot of
Yeah, they
like
play
older
offline.
niggas, like we
They
play the
said it's
game with two
toxic.
controllers head up next to each other. Like
Yeah,
that's how
say
we
it's
game.
toxic online.
Yeah, that's the best gaming experience you're ever gonna get. Is two controllers on the same screen, land up. Exactly how the tournament was, bro. That's gaming experience. You know what I'm saying? That online shit, bro, is like I say, bro, is whenever you're once you make it available to the world like that is when you're opening up for casuals, bro. You know what I'm saying? Whenever this was a household game, an in-house game, I'm sure it held a lot more core boxing fans. You get what I'm saying? They had once you release it to online play and letting everybody is when you're gonna start having all the mixing opinions and you know what I'm saying, clashes of how you know what I'm saying, how the game's supposed to be played and shit. And you know what I'm saying, what is and what's not of the game.
So when they showed the that video that got 1 million views, that looked like real boxing. That's what sold the game.
Right, for sure.
That's
For
how they
sure.
got a million. Everybody was looking for that.
But
So
see,
that's what I keep telling people.
but check it though. You gotta think though. Like I'm saying, that shit all about perspective. And you had a different when you were watching that clip. You were seeing something different than the motherfucker that just wanted to see graphics and punches thrown. You
Yeah.
get what I'm saying? Like, so you was drawn to the game for a completely different. A lot of casual if a lot of people that was just here for the throwing punches and the graphics are probably still here today.
Yeah.
It's the
so
ones
so
like you that seen that clip and was like, damn, like you seen a lot more in that 30 seconds than the average motherfucker. You get what
Yeah,
I'm saying? And that's what drove you to that game. You get what I'm
yeah,
saying? But you got to think, bro. Them 1.5 million copies they done sold, bro. I believe a big percentage of them just seeing graphics and punches thrown. You get what I'm saying? And niggas is cool with that. Niggas is cool with that shit. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. But you
But
had a lot of older people. They like what they were seeing. Then when they start talking about the older boxes that they got, because the young people they don't know them older boxes.
like
Like
Sugar
I
Ray
be
and
saying,
all of them.
yeah, like
Yeah.
I be saying, they only know like 2 or 3 boxes in each weight class, if
Yeah.
that.
Nah, for sure. I feel you. And I think
Some,
that's probably why they got them all in. They like that.
yeah,
Is to attract the older. You know what I'm saying? You want me to take it out? You know what I'm saying? Cause shit, bro, I'm 33, but I don't know not a damn thing about Sugar Ray. Neither one of them. You know what I'm saying?
at least you
And
honest. At least you
you
honest.
feel me? Yeah, like I can't even sit here and you get what I'm saying and be like, oh, this, that, and the third. Like I have no goddamn say so about that shit.
And you can't even tweak them because you not really know that much
You
about
don't
them.
know that. I don't know a damn thing
Now,
about them,
me, I'm
bro.
saying no. That Sugar Ray Leonard look better than that. He supposed to do this and do that.
Come on, bro. You get what I'm saying? So you got to
Yeah,
think, and I can guarantee you, more than half of the people that you know what I'm saying, motherfuckers that use Sugar Ray Leonard, it's only a small percent of y'all really watched him fight.
yeah,
You get what I'm saying? To really actually have an input on what should and shouldn't be. You get what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like
See, this is a
I'm
different crowd. Because when I was
exactly.
because when I was on the Fight Night forums, when I was the moderator there, I was teaching people about boxing. They was like, go and get, doing research. So
Yeah,
they start
yeah,
asking for these boxers.
for sure, for sure.
But there's a difference here. They're not
Yeah,
looking to educate.
yeah. And see, my first fight, official, like really witnessing my first fight was Lennox Lewis and like Tyson maybe. You get what I'm saying? That's probably when
Yeah.
I first started watching boxing. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
Actually knowing what I was looking at. You get what I'm
Yeah, yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Like so I don't got too much, you know what I'm saying? I don't really get on here speaking as if I know, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, that you being honest,
Like
and that
yeah.
that's good.
Nah, for sure, for sure. So yeah, man. But yeah, I just had to get that little bit out, man. I don't be wanting y'all to think I be in the chat trolling and shit though, man. But
Yeah, I thought you was
you know,
trolling, man.
nah. You know, once you know what I'm saying, once we actually have real words, you can really see the
Yeah,
point I'm
that's
trying
what
to
I
make
be
and
trying to
shit.
get.
You
I
know
be
what I'm saying?
telling everybody, come on to the
You
show
gotta
so
come
you
on
can
this
be
bitch.
heard.
Yeah,
Because developers watch these videos.
yeah. Nah, for sure.
Yo,
For sure.
Slug, what are your thoughts on Undisputed going from ratings to tier groups?
They need I like it. I rather tier system.
oh,
Yeah.
oh,
I rather
man.
tier. But hey, check it. I only say tier, bro, because I think it'll level it'll force people. And if you're gonna have tiers, you need to be incentivized for it at least. Like if they're gonna do a tier system, you need to be incentivized for it within the matchmaking. Like if I'm a Billy Dib 81, I'm gonna just say that it may be like a tier 3, and I'm going against a Julio Cesar, which will probably be a tier 1. Shit, y'all should make it worth the while for a motherfucker to play that. But right
But
now
they have
with
it
the
right
rating
now. They
system,
have it right now.
it's not. I don't believe it is. They say it is, but it ain't much of one. You know what I'm saying?
It's not. Yeah,
So
it's not much. It's not much of a gamble.
yeah, it's exactly. So if you give me the try, I mean, me personally, I only play with 84s and under. Like that's just what it is. Like I'm not, because half the like just like I say, half the motherfuckers that's 80, 90s and but I wasn't even around to watch fight. I'm not interested in fighting with Leonard and Robinson and Rock. I'm not interested in them boy. Like
Yeah,
I'm not a fan of that era of boxing. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So I really only fight with my era, but I believe if they do tier systems, bro, tier systems are it'll level out the playing field, bro, because you can actually see skill for skill whenever you're fighting with tiers. You know what I'm saying? If I'm a tier 1, I mean, even with if I'm fighting a tier 2 fighter, against a tier 1 fighter and I beat you, like that shit's gonna show something. You know what I mean? It's gonna show something a whole lot.
I think that's what they're gonna do for Undisputed 2, and I will not be purchasing that game.
You don't
I
fuck with, you don't fuck. Why you like the? I think the ratings too much. It makes people handpick. It's too easy to handpick 99 this, 99 that.
because
Like people go for a rating over the boxer.
Yeah,
they
but you
don't
know
got
what, man?
they
If
don't
they
got
would
the
have given
boxing
us like a
promotion.
selector, if they give us a selector, say, okay, I want to play up to I want to play up to 87. You know what I mean, or some kind of range that would
Yeah,
kind of
no, for
fix it.
sure.
But I don't know, like if it goes to a tier system, though, each the player will still have stats.
Right,
They'll still have to have the individual stats.
right, right. And that's what I'm saying. And that's all this should be based on. If you want to find a rating, add all them damn numbers up and do your own average. You know what I'm saying? But until then, like you're in a tier, like because shit, fuck
You
it.
know, you know,
If you
you
make,
know
if you
what,
make
you
it,
know what scared the shit out of me? If they turn it into a tier system, but instead of seeing the actual number, like for your left or right, little things like that, they put a star system.
Yeah, that's
that
what
star system will be straight. But I ain't gonna
You
front
think
though.
that you
Shit,
think that'll be good? The star if they came out with that, cause that'll scare the shit out of me. That kills the game, man.
kill the emotion.
That turns it into any kind of I
Fighting
don't
game.
know, man. I want to say like yeah, like a Call of Duty almost.
yeah. And you know what, while we on this card, so you know another thing that I got a voice to. I think that why this game is played and the shit the way it is. I really hope them developers watching this shit right now. But take off them bullshit ass scorecards in between the fucking rounds, man. If they take that
Yes.
shit off in the HUD, that
Yes.
little the health fucking bar, that stamina
Yes.
bullshit, you take that shit off the screen, bro. You have a completely different fight, bro. You have a completely different fight, bro. I promise you
Basically,
that, bro.
you ain't giving them the information.
Yeah, because that has a big difference, bro. You're only think about it right now. I can almost guarantee it, bro. Most of the community only enjoys their fights up until the fourth round.
Yep.
You get what I'm saying? Like the fight is only
Yep.
good until the fourth because once you see that bullshit ass stat card, the fight is going to swing completely differently. Either you're up by 3 or 4 and you're going to fucking run, or you're down by 3 or 4, or you get what I'm saying? Or it's going
Yeah.
to force you to open up against a motherfucker, and how the system is. Yeah, it's going to get knocked out. You know what I'm saying? But I believe so. If you took off, you know what I'm saying, and actually force people, like if you take that HUD shit off and actually force people to watch the facial expressions of the boxers, it'll be a lot different game too. Like if you
Yeah.
and actually watch the motions of the boxers, because I guarantee it right now, once again, half the people that play, you punch, stand up a bar, punch, stand up a bar, punch, stand up a bar. And when you
Yeah.
got two people fighting like that, bro, that's what makes the game tit for tat, back up, run around,
Yeah.
tit for tat,
Arcade
back
fighter.
up, run around. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, arcade fighter.
Arcade fighting, bro. That's exactly what it turns into,
It's a
bro. But
health. You're
if
having
you
a
take
health
that shit
bar
But yo,
off,
fight.
you're seeing that so going back to that thing. So after 3 rounds, you see a guy's up. He's up by 3, right? So the other guy
right?
starts to play a game of tag with
Don't
him.
let it be
A game
fight
of tag.
5 or 4. Oh God,
5,
it's
okay.
over with.
So so now the other guy, in order to come back, he's gonna start playing tag. How do
Right.
you prevent that tag? Is there anything you could implement in the game to stop that from happening?
To stop what the person who's up.
So okay, the whole idea that the guy, okay, he hits you with a couple of jabs and he runs away.
Right.
He runs away and he's not going to engage anymore because he's going to try to win the round that way.
Right. Don't show the scorecards, bro, until maybe after
Right.
like the
Okay.
fourth or the fifth, because you wouldn't fight like
Okay.
that, and because you're only fighting like that because you know you're up 3. You're only because those 9 times out of 10 them scorecards are actually official. They're supposed to be unofficial. Like if we getting fucking scorecards in the third, them shits are unofficial as shit. It should be no reason why people should be able to 100% lean on that. You get what I mean? Like, that's insane. You feel me? Especially after the third round of a fight. Like, nah. Maybe after the fifth,
Well,
sixth round is whenever you should show the scores and actually keep people in the fight. Because once a
okay.
motherfucker see they're up by 3 or 4, they out the fight, dog. They
So,
out of
but
it.
what is it? What is it encouraging then?
L2, jab, run. L2, jab, run. After you see the third scorecard, after you see the scorecards.
So, is there anything like that could be added to the game to kind of change that kind of gameplay, or it just has to be?
Like I say, they need to remove showing the scorecard so early in the game. Because that's the only reason people are fighting like that. Like,
No,
the
but I'm saying mechanic wise, the game itself, like the game mechanics. Like
okay,
I
okay.
agree with the scorecards because that basically is aiding them. They're seeing they can kind of predict what
Oh,
they're
with the
trying to do at that
mechanic?
point.
Oh no, shit.
The
Like
game
I've been
itself.
saying this, the blocking. You know how whenever you dazed and it takes what 5, 6 bout punches for a motherfucker to like to unloosen that bitch. I think that
Yep.
should be like that the whole fight. Like if it should only take 4 to 5 good shots before you really can't block no more because it's gonna make you weave, bob, slip. It's gonna make you do this because if you just doing like this, it should only take 4 or 5 of them motherfuckers to make you let loose of it. You get what I'm saying? It shouldn't take 3 minutes to work through a up down guard like that, bro. I think if they make
But
the blocking
what's causing that right now?
that strong ass block system, or
Is
just
this
it being,
okay?
huh?
Because I feel like the guy, it feels like you could move, you could evade easier. It's easy enough to evade in that stun state.
But see this probably my only beef, right? Because with that, because I would believe, and I'm just speaking on like actual in fight, not boxing scenario, actually in fight. But if I'm fighting somebody and I actually got rocked, I'm gonna focus. I'm gonna be a lot more vulnerable to clean hits on me. But in a state of I'm fucked up, you're gonna get the fuck out the way, bro. Like
So then, it's
you're
right
gonna get
then.
the fuck out the way.
Well, in terms of that kind of like, I guess the sim aspect, that's correct then. What we're experiencing right now.
Yeah, I would go for that. Maybe not the foot speed. Maybe not the foot speed. Like, you get what I'm saying? Because of how, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Motherfuckers be like literally jogging backwards. You know what I'm saying? Maybe not that, but as far as defensively, like if I'm rocked and I'm in the pocket with you, like I believe a motherfucker should have a little bit more, you know, I kind of agree with that shit, bro. Because if I get rocked, bro, I'm
You
a
should, well, you should be able to overpower them. We'll say
now what I'm not gonna
you should be
agree
able to
with.
walk up and try to overpower your opponent.
If
But a
I'm
box
dazed,
is
yeah,
dangerous when
you
you
should have more of an advantage.
Either okay,
Yeah,
either you overpower them or you're gonna use some kind of strategy.
yeah, but box is more dangerous when he hurt.
and
I
and
know for
and that's what I'm saying. I think when you get dazed, and I'm speaking just in a fighting sense. Like I've been in
yeah,
many fights.
yeah,
When I get hit with something I didn't see, I'm for at least 30 seconds, bro. Like I'm trying to make sure I don't get caught again.
yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Right.
If he allows me, you get what I'm saying. But you know, that's a good one, bro. I ain't
Sure.
gonna
I
lie.
know I got dazed by jokers even in sparring. Sparring Shannon. Shannon dazed me. I was like, oh, sweat, because I was playing. He dazed me. And I
Yeah,
swung. I ain't just fall back, trying to get myself together. My reaction was to punch back.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, definitely. But you were more But if you get caught again, you're out of there,
Yeah,
which is real.
yeah.
You get what I
Uh,
mean? But
Yeah.
but for at least 15 to 25 seconds, I'm gonna be in a good defense mode, bro. You get
Yeah.
what I mean? At least for then, like even if I'm dazed, bro, like you know what I'm saying. But like I say, maybe the footwork, you know what I'm saying. Like you shouldn't. That's just in general. I don't unless you Ali, you know what I'm saying. I only seen this from I have YouTube highlight clips or whatever, but that's the only motherfucker that actually seemed legit to actually run backwards in the
I'm
ring, bro.
glad you said that. I'm glad you said that. Like that loose foot movement, all
Yeah,
boxers shouldn't have that. People are
nah.
thinking about Rocky
That's a
Marciano
skill.
got it.
That's a skill, bro.
Exactly,
That's a
exactly,
skill, bro.
exactly,
That's not like a boxing. That doesn't come with every boxer, bro.
exactly,
Yeah, nah, hell nah. Hell no. You know what kind of condition you got to be in, bro. First of
exactly.
all, if you even I'm not I say I'm not the big I'm not a fucking boxer, but I'm sure it's boxers that fight on their toes, and it's some that just are flat footed. The
Yeah,
ones that are on their toes, cardio has to be like this,
facts,
bro. You get
facts.
what I'm saying? Like it has to be, bro. But it's
Right.
not like that on the game. Like if you quick on your feet, you just as lethal as somebody that's flat footed, and I don't think that's true. Like
What you think about them adding and cardio, according to how boxing is in real life? Do you think that should be a thing?
um, and see that's that when that hardcore
But
and the
that's fighting
casuals gonna
games.
come
But
in.
that's in fighting
That's
games.
when the bullshit gonna start.
Yeah, but that's in fighting games though. It be that one
Because a
guy that can
real
flip.
boxer is going to know like in rage. I don't get if you really fighting, bro. You could throw 10 goddamn punches at one in 30 goddamn seconds if you want to. If your
Yeah,
body lets you, you can let them bitches go. You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? But
Yo,
what's up?
yo, Slug, what do you make of the Flash KO system right now?
That shit trash.
You think it's trash? Because I see a lot of people on the forums are saying how it feels random.
Yeah, that shit bad. That shit
You
is
think it's
bad. It ain't. That
random?
ain't.
That's what makes
Yeah.
it trash. That's why he's saying that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's trash.
Because the whole thing is that the stamina bar, if it's blinking red and you catch them, you're supposed to get a flash knockdown or flash knockout, right? Or if your health
Right.
goes down. But you're saying it's trash. It doesn't work then, or doesn't like in terms of what? Oh, I think it's signal broke. Let's see.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying it's broken, man. Everyone's saying it's random.
Yeah, I heard that too. Let me see. The block system. This what King of Space said. The block system and leaping body jabs are ruining the growth of the gamer's skill. Uh,
It's ruining the growth of the gamer's skill, but according to what Slug said, it's there. It's there because we need a casual. We can't have it too we can't have it too
ballistic.
technical then.
My thing is, if they get Floyd in the game, which I think they are, people gonna be complaining a whole lot about Floyd. There's a couple of boxes that I know people gonna be complaining about, and contractually they gonna say, "I want my style to be in the game, and you can't change it." Now people gonna be complaining because Floyd do a lot of things I know that will bother certain people. Yeah,
But yeah, but how is it implemented poorly? Like, what is exactly? So the whole thing I was saying is that, from what I understand, is that the stamina bar, when the stamina bar blinks red and you catch them on a counter shot or a power counter shot, you have a chance to get the flash knockdown or a flash KO. Is that part implemented poorly, or is it something else, or doesn't work? I'm just trying. Everybody who has said it's random, I always ask them to kind of recall if they can remember what happened when they got knocked out. Like just the other day, I was playing the game and I got knocked out. I got flash knocked out, but I knew exactly why. I got caught. I threw a wild punch and the guy hit me on a counter shot after, so it worked. It made sense.
Yeah. I'm about
It
to
might be honestly decent. It's so bad the flash kill was random. I can't tell the
about
flash
5 more
kill.
minutes. I'm gonna end the show because I'm missing out on because I always do my walk around before it get dark. So
No, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good, man. I'm good.
uh, so
I think that's it,
my
man.
thing I want if y'all can fill out that survey, please fill it out and share with your friends. Um I might do another show Wednesday or probably tomorrow. But I think all of y'all that came in, some of y'all came in here late, but you came in here and supported. I appreciate you. Um, yeah, we're about to end the show. And Leafy, now I gotta give a shout out to Leafy. Get better, Leafy. Who else not here? Shout out to Beast. I talked to him earlier. Shout out to Beast. Um, Shout out to Still City. If you're watching this, listen to what I'm telling y'all on the LinkedIn. Um, yeah, again, make sure you take that that survey, please. Oh,
Oh,
Slug
yo,
came back.
Slug's back.
I guess he heard late that I'm about to end the podcast. I appreciate you trying to come back in, Slug. There you go. It keep dropping them. I don't know why.
I don't know. There it is.
Yeah, yeah. I was about to step up. We was about to log off. Um,
What
you
we
gotta
was
take
talking
off.
about just now before Slug. What was
Slug,
you asking?
Yeah, my bad,
Slug,
y'all boys. Yo,
Slug. You can hear me?
yo, yeah. You can hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can barely hear you. Like you whispering, like you hiding.
Oh, nah, that's probably on my headphones. You can hear me good now?
I can hear
Yes.
you. But we
That
was
shit is
about to.
probably.
I was about to sign off. You got anything you want to say before we leave?
Oh, nah, ain't nothing major, man. Just, man, really, bruh, to the whole community, let's get it together, man. Let's try to be like-minded. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to agree
Options.
to disagree. Yeah,
Yeah,
but we all got the same pair of eyes. You get what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like we all see the same shit, bro. Let's just be reasonable at some point, and let's just at least come together to, you know, make it to where everybody can have a good experience with this shit. Cause it's only one installment of this so far, and right now with all this going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth shit, it's like we the, the devs are confused. You get what I'm saying? We need to be one voice in the community so they can have one clear vision as a company and a development team actually help them. You get what I'm saying? Because half the time they watching us go back and forth about bullshit, and then it forces them to be one sided or not. You get what I'm saying? But if we can all come together, you know what I'm saying, and to one to present to these people, I'm sure we'll probably be a lot more progressive. You know what I'm saying? But until then, bro,
What,
we
what we
probably gonna
what
be
we need
running
is a new
circles.
developer.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
need a
but
new, we need overhead interactive.
yeah, but they're leaning on us though. So it's like it's hand in hand. Like they're only giving us the bullshit that we're asking them to give us. You get what I'm saying? Rather we all disagree with it or not. Like
I think they're doing like EA. They already had their mindset what they was going to do and see they line up with what we're saying.
yeah,
That's what EA used to do.
yeah, no, for real shit.
We used to
You know
have
what I
them
mean?
meetings behind the scenes. They said we got to make sure what we doing lines up with what the community is doing.
Exactly, bro. That's really what it comes down to, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro, most definitely.
Yeah. All right, man. I'd like to have you
Man.
on here, anytime you want to.
Oh
You
yeah,
know,
nah, for sure. I'm gonna definitely tap in, bro.
yeah. The
I'm gonna
more we
definitely
get,
tap in, bro.
it's good for them to hear your voices instead of text, because your text disappear. Your
Right,
voice they
right,
could keep
right.
hearing.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
for sure, for sure. And this little time here, I just got on just on some just
Yeah. Your thing cut off, so I don't know if you're in
Thing
the
is,
wrong.
this signal's weak.
Yeah. Well, I'm about to shut down. AJ, you got anything or you good?
I'm good.
All right. Please make sure y'all sign um that I keep forgetting what it is because I'll be writing so much stuff. Please
The
do that
survey.
survey. Please do the survey, please. And we're gonna have another one come out after this, but this is I guess the trial run. But yeah, please do the survey. Steel City is watching and other companies are watching the surveys and the videos. Please, we need y'all help. All right. Until the next show. Peace.